What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of GEGG Wars. This is episode 4, and it's going to be our epic and exciting conclusion. Kind of bittersweet because it's ending, but also I kind of want to see where this journey goes. So, I don't know. Maybe since it's the final episode, I might be able to sit at the table. I don't know yet. But no. All right. So I wore this tuxedo for just to sit on the couch.
No penguins at the table.
No penguins at the table. But anyways, as always, we had the cast of Star Wars Rebels. We have the Game Master Sam Witwer here. We have other friends joining us, and there's the Xbox over there, and whatever we want. So without further ado, let's hand it off to our epic Game Master, Sam Witwer.
So let's go over a few things that happened last time, right? Because so much has happened, right? Let's start from the beginning. You guys were in a bar. There's this guy after you.
Having fun though.
Chilling,
drinking.
Yeah.
And then you're
stealing
being
booze.
chased, and then you come out, and you guys decided instead of trying to escape the city, you were going to. There's this big hut after you, so you're like, let's assault his palace. You guys went.
Which was a bad decision. But fun. We're still here.
And Timo had this big palace. He's super into like Aquaman, and he's a huge fan of, you know, the Enchantment Under the Sea dance from Back to the Future. So his whole palace looks like a big shell, and he had these glass windows with fish and aquatic life. So as you guys were going in, and there was the checkpoint where they wanted you to hand over all your weapons, you guys all panicked.
That was big panic mode.
That's great.
Blasted the windows open, then a giant squid came out and started eating people, tried to eat Jawas, tried to eat you guys.
Almost drowned me twice.
Ate battle
For an
droids.
entire
So then you guys were like, tell you what, why don't we steal this ship that's in this landing bay that we know this guy named Trask is going to take his ship and he's going to leave. But he needs this little module.
Trask Gilroy, right?
That's, right. No, that's Moff Gilroy.
Oh, so it's Trask Filoni?
No.
No.
There's a guy named Felonious, right?
No. Trask Aaron, Joel Aaron's brother.
Okay.
Trask Aaron.
Well, now that we're clear,
He's,
we didn't know about
Yeah, Trask Aaron.
Kept in a closet.
His
for a minute.
brother is a really talented visual effects artist, but this guy's a bounty hunter. They went two different ways, you know, in their family.
He's the Blacklist.
Does he do photography on the side too?
Right. So Trask Aaron.
photography.
That's right. He's like a shooter. So he's a Trandoshan bounty hunter. Those guys like to hunt Wookiees, so that sucks. The
They
lizard
look like
dudes.
dinosaur.
Yeah, they look like walking
what happens
dinosaur
to them.
dudes. Yeah. So basically, he's got this spaceship. You guys found out that his hyperdrive isn't working. He needs this little module, like an ignition device. And you guys went to this junkyard, and during this big battle with the giant squid, a couple of you guys snuck off and ran into the junkyard. There was a guy who looked like Wilford Brimley there. And you worked him over a little bit.
Zapped him.
I caressed him into a gentle sleep.
You electrocuted him.
Yeah.
Or that.
Yeah, with your electroshock gloves. Before we go on with the recap, let's recap who each of you are. Hold up your stuff for the camera, picture your character, and talk about
Feels
it.
like a taste everything.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Get ready
And
to
what have
fail.
you learned,
Would you like me
Taylor?
to start?
Go for it, bro.
This is Lorik, the Wookiee. He has a penchant for the poison.
Yeah, baby.
And
It's an alcoholic.
style.
He will run to his vibro axe whenever possible. And I don't know where he's at right now, so I would like to ask that. So we know.
You mean emotionally where he's at?
I was gonna say, yeah.
I think emotionally he's pretty good because he saved
I've literally taken one hit of damage.
You're doing fine.
Everything feels good. A lot of successes, but I'm just
You've saved
location-wise,
lives.
I'm looking for where he's at.
We'll go over the whole thing. We're going to recap the whole thing, best of my memory.
Okay, that's what I know about my guy.
Now we got Mathis.
yes, we have Mathis. He's a technician, and he has a relationship with Timo and his droids. Actually, 41 Vex is one that he kind of messed with to...
You mess with Team 40. A very nice protocol droid. You mess with his brain. And
a little bit, yeah, which has come in handy since they're best friends now.
That's right.
So they're-
Timo the Hutt, by the way, is a very angry Hutt his Hutt accent sounds like this, and he likes to call you up and say, "Hey, idiots! You're trying to escape my city. You're gonna have a big surprise." Anyway, sorry. Thanks.
And yeah, the coolest thing about Mathis are these wonderful electroshock gloves. So look for them.
That's right.
So
watch
Look
for them.
Yeah,
Rendition of Chances Are is beautiful.
and I like his Speedo goggles. Those are
It's good.
also quite handy.
Those are very Michael Phelps of you.
Yep.
This is Posh. He's the smuggler.
His power is handsome, right?
His
Isn't it?
power is handsome.
Smolder.
So much so that I think that's the real reason he was kicked out of the Imperial Academy.
He's too handsome to be a
not
pilot.
insubordination. His teachers were like, look, we can't concentrate. I'm not an effective professor with you in the class. I can't take my eyes off you. So he got kicked out, and that sort of changed his career trajectory, and now he's more of a smuggler. A bit more of a hustler. He's a hell of a pilot, though unlicensed, and he's already done some pretty cool piloting of vehicles in our episode so far. But he is far from a leader.
He makes questionable
as is his role player,
decisions,
and
yes.
questionable decisions, as does his role player.
Right.
Cool.
You were typecast for the handsome thing, by the way. Your handsome hurts.
And all his other.
It's so painful
crap,
to sit
too.
next to you.
Oh yeah, it is. Sure.
So Mathis messed with a normal droid and turned the droid into this.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am 41 Vex. I am a healer, but I also like to collect really disgusting liquids, and I have lots of stabby things, and I like to take chances when I really shouldn't. I made a deal with Timo that he sort of reneged on and put me into slavery. And he promised me freedom, but it didn't work out.
You
so-
are a droid, though, man. You know, like this whole, you're kind of entitled with this whole freedom thing. You're a droid. No, I'm sorry. Let's call it like we say. You're a droid, man.
Who says? I'm not. I'm more
about
than a
your
droid.
droid
I'm
rights?
more than a droid.
All right.
I am much more than a droid.
he's holding
and I
a
have
frog.
two living things inside me.
See that globe in his
Yeah.
in his
heart
stomach right
and
there.
his other heart.
That's his aquarium.
He's got a fish named Margaret
Margaret,
Right.
who I inherited from the Timo thing.
from the big fight. What wasn't it? The fight with the squid. One of the
It
fish
was.
made it
Yes.
inside
I
you.
saved Margaret.
Margaret's
essentially.
inside.
My
Yeah.
best friend, the frog, is in there.
Yes, and then
Athena.
and then we have Athena the frog,
That's
your
right.
best friend, who
Living
has
inside
now
his chest.
taken up residence with my chest fish Margaret, and I'm not sure what's going on between the two of them.
They might.
Might be-
Hello.
We're gonna have a new species.
Might have a side love story here. Who knows? So that's it for me right now.
Very nice.
It's on you
And
now.
best roller on the team, best eye roller on the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eye roller.
Seriously.
Eye roller.
Die roller, bro.
Die roller. I thought you said eye roller.
No, you don't miss. Like every time you roll, and it'll be great. Like you have to get this, or this. In every episode, it's like boom. Oh yeah.
You
got
realize
that,
you're not
that,
supposed to
that.
say that out loud though, because it curses everything. So
No,
if
sorry, bro.
Not
if I throw it now,
So
it'll be
will
your
we-
fault.
He's trying to steal it
I'll
from
take
you, and he's trying to take it because
Maybe.
his roles have been shit. You came out
Worst roller in the game.
Ever.
Worst roller. 100. Oh, I own that.
Oh my God.
Well, yeah, let me get some.
But no matter what happens, you're still handsome, so you have to.
Well, that's right.
Don't have to roll for that. That roll
It's
was made
5
when he
o'clock
was
shadow
born.
at 2 p.m.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right.
I am Oscara. I have a gun. It's a big gun. I like feeding Jawas to squid.
Yeah, that was messed
That
up.
was really good.
She's awesome.
Stealing guns from stormtroopers, that's a good time. Taking out water towers to take out stormtroopers, that's also a good time. I think I kind of just want to take out a stormtrooper.
Kill him.
She's lonely.
Oh, she did.
Needs,
Kick,
she
she
needs
did.
stormtrooper companionship. So
Stormtrooper love.
she's running from Timo. She's a bounty hunter, and they took her sister. It's very complicated. I won't go into it. But she's on the run. I hooked up with my Wookiee friend. Not that way.
My
but, you know.
Wookiee friend. What are you talking about?
No.
There's
There's a whole backstory.
There's a whole
Road dogs.
backstory.
Road dogs.
Got
Road
it.
dogs.
We're bros.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have a gun.
so quick recap. This Timo guy has got it in for you guys, or at least you thought, because he kept calling people in for meetings and then feeding them to his fish, right? You guys all freaked out. You ganged together like, we got to get the hell out of here. You
We don't
guys
wanna
started
be fed
running.
to fish.
He sent his Gamorrean pig guards after you. You got in a fight at the bar. Then you were like, listen, instead of running and trying to steal the ship, let's just take the fight to him. You went to the palace. Then you had second thoughts. You guys, in fact, what was funny is we were only supposed to play once, and you guys were like, let's go out in a blaze of glory. Let's blow this shit up. Let's blow everything up.
Yeah, we thought
And then
we were hard.
you got there, and then it turns out none of you actually wanted to die.
So are you saying it was more the Yosemite Sam charge
No,
retreat strategy?
we didn't want to give up our
Self-preservation.
weapons.
Okay.
We would not give up our weapons.
Fair enough.
I'm not giving up my gun.
Fair enough.
So we left.
So
Yeah.
you left and you blasted out all the windows that had fish and stuff behind them. A big giant squid came out. You
Better
tossed it.
decision.
There were Jawas that were trying to hike. You guys had a speeder. There were Jawas that were trying to steal
my
it. You
best
took one of them, threw it in the squid, did all this stuff. you were probing the squid. You guys ended
I'm
up
sorry, where?
cutting.
Where was he probing the squid?
Okay. Not important.
Oh, okay. I just,
Where?
Squid ass. Sodomize this squid.
Sorry.
Oh, hey.
It was consensual.
You two ditched off. You started dealing with Wilford Brimley at the junk shop while this big fight was going on. You kind of worked him over, beat him up. He was badly treating a droid.
senior citizen, congrats.
We have a new droid.
A little R5 unit was getting
Yes.
kicked around by him. You liberated that droid.
Right.
Called him Richard. Found out later that Richard was not a he. He was a she, and her name was CNOBO.
Yes.
So, and you guys call her Tracy. So now you have a little droid named Tracy.
Adorable.
You found the unit.
Yep.
You tied up Noah, Wilford Brimley.
Yeah.
Who
So many names.
and so in the meantime you kind of got angry. He was getting stuff down the squid's mouth, and you came with your axe,
Saved
and
my
chopped
life.
it in half,
My brother.
and split the damn thing, killed it with these little, and you ended up getting a bunch of its juices.
I did.
And I
That's
sent
good
the
stuff.
babies towards the troopers and got a rifle.
Little baby squids came out of it, sent them after the battle droids, all that stuff. Later, you guys were hanging out at the junk shop trying to plan your next move, and I recall, let me try to think. You guys went to the starport control, because the whole thing is
We went to Spaceport Control.
you have the little hyperdrive module to plug into the hyperdrive to make the
Right.
hyperdrive work
Right.
for the ship that you're planning on stealing, right? But you go, but the thing is, there's domes over the two hangar bays. So there's a ship there that Trask has, Trask Aaron, Joel Aaron's brother.
Yeah.
But there's a dome over the damn thing. You're like, well, the only place we can roll back the dome is by Spaceport Control, which is an office that controls both hangar bays. So you guys go in there.
And Tracy helped us.
Tracy helped. She plugged into the machine. You dressed as a droid.
I did.
Using junk shop stuff
Sure.
to disguise yourself as a droid.
Poor man's droid.
And then, as I recall, there was a guy named Steve and a guy named Brian, and I think Brian started freaking out. when you guys
Brian
pulled
was an
guns.
emotional wreck and had to be
Yeah.
dealt with.
These are guys that worked at
We
the
put Steve and
starport.
Brian in the office. They were fine.
Right. So there was a little bit of a hostage crisis there. So that was bad, but you guys took care of it and rolled back the domes. In the meantime, you saw an Imperial shuttle coming in. So you're
Yeah,
like,
that was bad news.
oh, it turns out Timo and his bounty hunter friend Felonius called some favors in from Moff Gilroy, who's somewhere out in space, to send some
in space.
Imperial support, which you don't know what that's about. Why the Imperials would help out some hut on Tatooine? Hard to say. But an Imperial shuttle landed. You were like, oh, great. You guys were in an alley. And you guys were waiting to see what was going on while these guys were trying to roll back the dome.
Right.
And you guys got a little tug on the shirt as this Jawa named Louis
Oh, yeah.
was like,
Oh
That
my
guy.
God.
who's gonna, someone threw my cousin
Yeah.
in the squid,
Yep.
and his hands got digested in the squid's belly.
Gotta make amends for that.
Who's gonna pay for this man's new hands?
Yeah.
200
Meanwhile, the
credits.
cigar was
100, 200 credits. Get the man new hands, and then we're even.
Boom.
And you said, listen, we had this little Vespa, because she stole us a little Vespa speeder. You had a big sort of Luke speeder,
Yeah.
four-seater.
Not for long.
But then you had a little Vespa.
It was red.
And you're like, hey, take the Vespa, sell it. You can buy the man new hands.
Boom.
And the guy's like, that's a good deal. And they were about to go off, and you're like, and you're so small, you guys could all probably get on it. This gang of Jawas.
Questionable
What am I?
decision.
Am I a freaking clown to you?
So then the Jawas pulled out switchblades and chains. They pulled out switchblades and chains. They all started jumping on you guys.
Jersey boys.
You grabbed the lead Jawa, you grabbed Louis, put your axe to his throat and said, hey, I haven't eaten today, I'm gonna kill you. And he's like, all right, boys. But he held it, he said, this is big time, baby. You left.
Time.
You got into a firefight with droids in the middle of this hostage crisis when you guys were rolling back the dome. You started
Yes.
blasting them. You started doing technical stuff and stabbing people with needles. I think you used one of the juices I think you used it on one of the spaceport control people to get her
I think.
Yes.
to help
A
her.
little more
Hallucinogen.
Is that
malleable.
right?
Yes.
I think I
Something
used the
like that.
hallucinogenic one.
I think you
get
did. And the
her-
other one does what? What's
It's
the other juice
poison.
do? It's poison, right.
Figures. Don't make those up.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, as I recall, at some point, I think before you got into the starport office, I think you conned a droid to go away and start cleaning up the squid mess by the palace.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
So later on in the firefight, a droid came back with a mop, who actually did as you asked and was cleaning up the mess.
Yeah.
And it was a B1 battle droid like in the Clone Wars.
Roger,
and
roger.
all the B1s, they have these little tridents on their chest because, he's into Aquaman. You grabbed the droid, you were about to break its neck, then we broke. We
His name
came
was
back
Matt, too.
We came back to a flashback of learning You know, we were in the droid factory where they were making the microprocessor, and we followed the microprocessor through these flashbacks as it was installed into a head unit. Then the droids all rolled off the assembly line at Geonosis. Then they were sold, and we were following this battle droid, but this battle droid always just kind of looked around as the rest of them were marching in order. He always just kind of
Transcendental existence.
yeah, he's kind of looked around, and at some point he befriended a little frog creature, and right as I think you were about to break the neck, if I remember correctly, the frog creature I think got involved. You had a change of heart. You
Big time.
You couldn't kill the droid, and then you reprogrammed the droid and named him Matt. The little frog creature's name was Athena, and you said, well, come live in my chest, Athena.
Yep.
So now you have Athena and Margaret living together in your chest.
Yes.
You guys were like, okay, we got to make it to the landing base. You guys started going in, and then there was an Imperial checkpoint. They were checking people's IDs. You guys were in your car.
Yeah.
You got into a big firefight with the stormtroopers. There was like some down one street, some down another that were underneath a water
But
tower.
they got taxed.
They got what?
They got taxed.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
There was a water tower.
This, I hope.
And you decided at some point your car was like took a lot of hits and it was about to blow, so you drove it into the water tower. It exploded, knocking
Like the Warner
tower
Brothers
over.
water tower.
The Warner Brothers water tower fell down on the stormtroopers. So basically, the whole theme of this whole adventure so far,
Chaos.
well, not so much chaos as irresponsible water use. We're in a
We
drought.
are from California.
We're on Tatooine. We're in a major drought.
Disappointed.
There was a whole palace of water stuff. You blasted out the windows, the water went everywhere. Now it's just evaporated.
Water.
You blew up a water tower. That water is going. So really, the enemy here for you guys is reclamation. Is you know, like you guys are the kind of people that like, you know, you wipe your nose with a little piece of tissue and you flush the toilet.
Yeah.
Even though that piece of tissue, you could.
100%. I flush it twice.
Yeah.
Just to make sure it
Just
went
to
all
make
the
sure.
way down.
So that's the theme.
I see moisture farms, burn them to the
Irresponsible
ground.
Yeah.
Burn them to the ground.
Yeah.
So here's the deal.
Got it.
You have no car, you have no Vespa, you are on foot, but you have the little hyperdrive igniter module.
Right.
The dome is
The
down.
dome is down, and you know that there is a spaceship right there, and this is back here, over here by the water tower. There's chaos. You guys have run off.
And the objective is hyperspace.
You want to get to
Yeah.
hyperspace, man. You want to jump up in that ship.
By any means
and go
necessary.
into
I
hyperspace.
remember being right about up here because I blew away some stormtroopers
Yeah.
Dead.
that way. So I remember being up
Dead.
this way.
That's right. So you guys are pretty much right across the way from the landing bay. I assume some of you are wet. You got wet Wookiee fur. You found another little fish hiding in your
Yeah.
fur.
I have a move that is thematic of that if we really want to get out at the end.
Okay.
That I want to flip every white thing.
Love
on.
this kid.
You're a foot.
Eventually.
That's
If we
so
have no
sweet.
way out.
You got me excited
I
now.
love this kid.
If we have no way out.
Hey, look.
I know today's the last.
Death. Okay. So let's go over really quick. You know, since it's been a while, you have green dye is a good dye. We like green dye.
green dye.
And we like those explosion symbols because they're called success. When you have those left over from a roll, that means you succeeded. If you have more than one of them left over, it means you really succeeded, and that helps you. If you were to, for example, shoot at a stormtrooper and you hit him, your weapon does a certain amount of damage, right? Like your gun or your fists or whatever.
Right.
And however many successes are left over, you add that to your weapon damage, and that's how much damage you do to the trooper,
Awesome.
right? If you get a bunch of other things, which are called these little things, advantage.
Yes.
You can spend those on special weapon qualities. For example, each of your weapons has a crit rating, and you'll see a few of these symbols. Like, let's say your crit rating is 3. If you spend 3 of these, you can get a critical hit, which in most cases is an instant kill, right? So if you see that on your weapon quality, and you're like, oh, I need 3 of these. If you have 3 advantage, you could use it for like a crit. Now there's better dice, right? There's this. There's green dice are good, yellow dice are even better, right? So you guys know how that goes.
Yep.
But then you have like the bad dice, right? You get the purple die, which is like your difficulty die. And the way it works is you roll against 1 purple die if it's an easy task, you roll against 2 if it's a hard task, you roll against 3 if it's an even more difficult task. Actually, I'm sorry, 1 is simple, 2 is medium, 3 is difficult. And when you roll all these dice together, you know, these symbols all cancel each other out. And this, you know, for example, in this roll, you got 1 success. You succeeded at what you were trying to do, but you got 3 threat, which means while you succeeded, something bad happened, and I get to spend those
Something
3
fairly
threat
bad.
against you, right? Something really bad happened. So, you may have swung your axe and hit the bad guy, but then you slipped on the water and hit the ground, and your
Lost
axe
you.
goes skittering away. Stuff like that.
Yeah, get those rolls out the way.
Right. So then you got these things.
Sofrito.
Let's say you guys have a really important role, right? You got like, oh, here's my skill. I've got 3 green, but the task I'm up against is 3 purple and a red. Like the most difficult task ever.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not realistic. You'd be like, 2 purple and a red. Oh my God, how are we ever going to make this roll, right? Well, you can spend one of these points and flip it to the dark side. Flip it from the light to the dark, and one of the green dice, the good dice, turns into a better dice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the yellow dice, one of the significances about these guys is that they have the, the triumph symbol, which is the automatic auto crit symbol. I can't get it, I'm trying to get it, it's not happening. But anyway, it looks like a
Get
little
all these-
lightsaber.
Get all these bad rolls out.
When you guys have a little lightsaber roll, it's like the equivalent of tons of advantage. It's the equivalent of tons of good things happening. So anyway, that's what's up. We're playing it fast and loose with the rules. You guys are across the street from the hangar bay. You're wet. You're tired. You've been shot. Who else has been shot? You've been pulled around. You've been
I've been beat up a lot,
Beat up.
man, but I've been using stim packs.
You've been shot.
Yep.
You're fine. You guys are fine.
I'm sobering up.
I'm
That's
almost
really
up to full
unfortunate.
health.
You guys have a battle droid B2 unit represented by this dime. That's Matt. Then you have CNOBO,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is the penny, and we're just going to put you like this is all of you right here
Okay.
on the map.
Okay.
All right,
Matt represents so many droids, he can represent all of us.
that's right.
That's true.
So there's just
Is the squid dead?
Squid is up in squid heaven.
Yeah.
Just
But
swimming
his
around.
babies are alive.
His babies just
Yes.
propagating
They're
in the desert.
propagating everywhere.
Probably.
Force ghost.
So
Pash, do you need a blaster? Is it Pash or Posh? I always get it mixed up.
pass by.
Don't call me
Pash,
late for
Posh.
dinner.
Okay. Do you want a blaster rifle? Do you need one?
I have an
Because I
extra
got one.
He likes his axe. Yeah, I'll take an extra rifle.
Okay.
Yeah,
Blaster
that-
rifle.
If anyone needs stim packs, got those.
I'm good right now. I only used one.
Yeah, I'm good to
Still
go.
haven't used the comm link. That's unfortunate.
We use them every time we talk.
I would like
Every
to
time we're split up.
investigate the entrance to the landing bay.
And how many entrances are there?
Well, that's the thing. You can see one right here. This little jutting out area right there, that is an entrance to the landing bay. Now, in terms of anywhere around here to see if there's more entrances, you don't know.
Okay.
You haven't looked yet. But, so you start stealthing your way across the street, even though there's absolute chaos behind you. It's almost ridiculous to see her try to be subtle because there's
Well,
explosions.
I just
and
wanted
there's
to
all
sort
kinds
of peek out from the building to see what the situation
Okay,
was
then.
before I moved.
So no, you have not moved. Right. Stormtrooper shooting you. Right.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you see that there is a big door, like a garage door, and then you see a smaller door next to that with a little keypad next to it. Garage door looks like it's made for mainly cargo transfers, and there's a personal door next to it, a hatch, and
Oh, you're a hatch.
it's not guarded. It may have been guarded once, but all the commotion behind you, if there were guards there, they are not there at the door because probably they're investigating things like the Warner Brothers Tower falling over.
Well, the Animaniacs,
Yeah,
we gotta make sure they're
bouncing around picking up baby squids. Should we head over to the door? I'm gonna.
Yeah, I think we should.
There's no immediate threat yet.
No
We need,
immediate threat.
We have Tracy.
We need
with
Tracy.
Us, right?
Tracy,
I'm sure
let's
you'll
go to the door.
introduce
Yeah.
yourself.
It'll happen soon.
Yeah, I think we should send Tracy to open the door for us.
And I'm gonna camp out sort of right here to, while you guys deal with the door, just with my big gun.
Yep.
To hold off any.
Covers.
I'll cover you.
All right, so you're going to get into sort of a covering position. The rest of you guys are, where are you? I know Tracy's going to head over to the door to try to open it.
God love her.
Great girl.
Yep.
Great
Yeah,
girl.
she's a good girl.
What are you guys doing? You staying in this? Or I'll just I'll just put her. Scar's over like in this area, watching, just kind of covering, hiding with the
I'm
gun.
on the western edge of the dime.
Okay. Cool.
You're over here?
You're gonna be on the other side.
Well,
Should we flank the door to provide
It more
cover
just
for our
sounded funny
friends?
saying it in my head. You said we're all at the dime.
I'll be on the west edge of the dime. Where are you on the? I'll be on the top of the weird little
It
torch
really
thing.
seemed futile to me where
be in there.
until we did something.
That's what I'm doing.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm waiting until
That's there. So you guys, by the way, have a bunch of these to spend.
Yeah, we
should
do.
you?
Don't dark side me, bro.
I'll go over to the door with Tracy.
All right, you're heading with Tracy.
Yeah, you
Yes.
guys make a cute couple.
We do,
You
yes.
know, for
We'll
work.
hold hands on the way there.
So I eventually have to fly this, but we're not getting this out right away, so I don't want to just like jump in the ship. So do you guys want me to go in? I mean, I still have like good cunning and things like that if anybody's in there.
Yeah, there's no point in
Yeah,
playing
bring
it
the
slow, right?
handsome.
Let's go
You go.
straight in.
Let's
Go
just
in.
go. All
Bring
right,
the
so I'll go in
handsome.
through
Some
we
What
got
if
2
there's a
people
female
guarding the
guard?
door.
Same.
Are you guarding the door too, or no?
Sure.
Yeah, so we'll put him on the west side.
How about if I'm with this kid?
What's
You're on the west side.
West side. Okay.
You have to get the hyperdrive on board
the
the
thing.
ship and
Okay,
install.
yeah.
Although Droid might be able to help. I
But
don't
you
know.
I can
lead.
help too. I'm good at that.
All right, so I'm going inside, and so is Mathis. We're gonna go inside the landing
So
bay.
Mathis and you are heading with Tracy and Vex to the door, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, you get to the door, and Tracy is looking for Scomplink. And she's kind of probing around. She finds one. She plugs in. Did you want her to do it, or did one of you wanted to try to hotwire the door?
I mean, well, let me ask you a question.
Skullduggery is the skill.
Okay, I have 3 green.
Duggery.
Skullduggery.
You must have good skull.
Yeah, I have 3 green.
3 green. Jeez,
It's not bad. It's
That's not bad. I have no
I got
yellows.
1 yellow, 1 green. Yeah, all right.
That's better.
That's
pretty good.
Better than 3 green?
What's your skull?
My skull theory is 1.
What? Never mind.
This is for
My mechanics are 3.
No, hacking into
Yellow,
this.
though.
That's good. So do you
so
want to
into
try
this
and jack the door? Or,
Yes.
My mechanics are pretty high here. 3 greens and a yellow.
Oh my God.
This would really
And you
be.
roll well.
This would
Really
really
good.
to do this with the door would either be skullduggery or computers. So
Computers
What do you
have 4
guys-
green.
I got a
4 green.
Mine says ask someone else.
Yeah, right.
yellow and a green.
I've got 1 yellow, 3 green.
That's good.
Skullduggery. No, but he's got 4 green?
4 green.
1 yellow.
No, 1 yellow is better than the greens.
Oh, 1 yellow.
Well, I don't want her to
and 3
get
green?
fried.
Well, it's pretty equivalent. 4 greens and 2 greens and a yellow would be fairly equal.
Maybe he can do it and I can back him up.
You want to?
Why don't we just have
Can.
Tracy do it though?
I'm down with that.
I have a pretty
If you wanna
good
think
score for
logically.
support
Tracy does not have. Tracy, I'm going to
and
say.
encouragement.
And encouragement. We're going to encourage you guys.
Tracy has 2 greens and a yellow as well. But if you guys want to work together and try to jack the door, you can.
I'd rather lose the droid than lose one of you.
I'd
to be
rather lose
honest.
Tracy than the door.
Exactly.
Tracy, we love
So,
you, but
Tracy, we love
Tracy
you.
hears this and is really hurt because Tracy feels like she's been extra supportive
And
of
I
you
said,
guys
"Where's
for
the
a
frog at?"
long time.
Tracy, I'm standing right here behind you. I'm your backup.
I don't think they left and set some kind of like alarm up in time to like do any damage to any of us. Like it's just us hacking a control panel. We've done that 1,000 times, right?
You guys are standing around this control panel and you're talking about how to proceed. Tracy's watching you guys, and then just off in the distance you hear, "Ah, my God!" and you see a person with this little squid attached to its neck. "Ah!" and just runs off into the alley.
Wow, we
Go
gotta-
get him, baby.
Anyway, back to this.
Okay, let's make a decision. We got a clock ticking on us here.
Yeah.
Let's get in.
Listen, my computers aren't good enough.
Someone go for it, huh?
So
I say Tracy,
Tracy,
tries it.
go
We're the
for it,
backup.
babe.
Yeah.
Tracy, make
And
it
that doesn't cost any of our moves.
We're the backup.
Tracy's 2 green and 1 yellow.
2 green and 1 yellow.
That's better than
Wow.
Let's see if she does it.
Come on,
All right.
Trace.
She plugs in.
Ooh, when she succeeds. Oh, she did it really well.
The door opens up.
Tracy,
We
you're
love you.
Emails and great on a computer.
Super
Yep.
great on a computer. Awesome with
amazing.
Prompt
emails.
responses.
Do you have a high camera or should I pick this up?
Yeah, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
I didn't see that coming.
Great friend. Oh my God.
It looks like the Millennium
upside
Falcon,
down.
Upside down.
but it's a. Thank you. Do that.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
I was gonna beatbox it.
Look at that. That's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
I'm mesmerized.
So
Seen a droid.
What happened with the Triumph as well with that?
there was no triumph. That's just an advantage. And really, it's just gonna. It doesn't really do much in that case. But here you guys are.
Skin
Yeah, they do.
Just so you guys know, there's a couple droids working on stuff here.
Roger, Roger.
Those B2 battle droids, right?
It's Roger
The
and
Matt
Roger.
style.
It's Roger
droids.
Craig Smith and Roger Smith Craig.
Roger Rose.
And there's 2 droids bringing a crate, and there's the ramp. You can also get underneath the ship. And let's say, by the way, let's say you guys are a little bit further in this direction.
Okay.
and that this hangar bay extends over there. So if there's an, they haven't seen you yet until you guys say you want to sort of go there.
What was that one? Sorry.
Control room's over here.
And
That's
where
how
we
we'll
need to-
open the dome.
The dome is open.
Dome is open.
The dome is open.
Wide open. The
But we have
nice
something-
blue skies of Tatooine.
We have
but
something to put into this to get it to go. What was
You have a little unit about this big, which
Yeah.
is basically you plug in the
you have a
hyperdrive,
little
and it's
unit.
kind of like an ignition unit to get the hyperdrive to
But the
work.
hyperdrive's on the ship.
Oh boy.
Hyperdrive's on the ship.
Yeah.
So we don't really need to go into the control room.
No.
Unless we
And-
need cover.
Yes.
Was ist los mit der maintenance?
Yeah, the
entrance?
maintenance
Yeah, was ist
entrance
los?
is something that to some maintenance quarters underneath.
Okay.
Am I missing something? If we get onto this and plug it in, we can leave.
Yeah.
Pretty much, but then you have to, get to hyperspace. But she's got to install it, all that stuff.
Where are we coming in from? Where's
You're coming in like over here, but imagine there's an entrance over here, and that this
Okay.
goes down a little bit further
And
this way.
installing it is on the ship.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it possible-
The engines are back here.
My mechanics are real good too. I've got 3 green and a yellow.
Yeah, but you're sick with the gun.
I
They're
know,
gonna
but I
No.
got.
Now those droids, you guys you come through the door and you immediately see those droids. They have not turned to notice you yet.
Do they know that we are red alert?
Hard to say what they know or what they don't know, but you do notice that they are wearing the Trident.
They are Imperial droids.
insignia.
Yeah.
They're not Imperial droids. They're Timo's
We
droids.
still have
Timo's
Matt
droids,
though.
okay.
Can
They're
we
Matt.
say-
They're Matt droids.
Matt droids.
Matt.
Okay.
Let's talk to Matt and have Matt go in. And
Yeah, can we have Matt and maybe 41 Vex say that we're prisoners meant to board this ship and that they're there on official business, kind of like we did the last time? that
You
we're-
do know that Trax is a slaver, so that wouldn't be totally.
Because it's Track's ship.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna
and
hang
just,
back.
to put us in a compartment, like maybe the one where I need to install the hyperdrive.
Put me in the engineering compartment, prison cell, and in the gun bay prison cell.
Something along those lines, would that
would
be
all of us
helpful?
go, or would it be?
I mean, I can help with that plan if you want. My guy's got pretty good cunning that I could use and the deceit skill to help with that. But Wood is going to have to do one hell of a
Matt's
sales
gonna
job.
have to chat him up.
Yeah.
Can we
But I'm
count on
happy to
that?
help if that's
Send
what
him
everyone
in.
wants to do.
I've got to be honest, I'm not really programmed to lie.
You're not
Can
lying.
you do it? What if
You're
you go?
prisoners?
I can lie.
In an
Yes.
emotional sense, absolutely.
We're your
Okay,
prisoners.
I need to know what your deceit is. You like to see if you can con Matt into thinking that you were actually. If you can make him believe,
hilarious.
then he'll believe the lie.
I have
Can
two,
I-
I have 2 greens.
Ooh, I have a yellow and a green.
And I think when you distract them, I'm going to go over to the control room and disable.
Vanessa,
that
do you
so they
want
can't close the
to?
dome.
Do you want to add anything to this? You want to flip any of these for your role to lie to your new friend droid about being prisoners?
I don't know if I should waste one of those on that.
I mean,
Yeah, let's
I have
roll it
a
up.
I
higher
can go
cunning.
in as
What's your cunning, Freddie?
my cunning's pretty good. I have 1 yellow and I
Oh,
have 2
you gotta
green.
do
roll
it.
this up
This
right
is
now.
all
Just-
you.
just to-
Talk him up.
Yeah, so if I go in as like Trask's guy, bring
He believes you. He believes that you're prisoners.
Yeah, it does.
So,
we're emotional prisoners.
Droid Matt, back me up when you hear what I say, and I'll back you up when we sell this lie that
Roger,
you're now
roger.
I
all
think I understand. Roger, Roger.
He starts walking by, and then he stops and he turns. He goes,
Wait a second. If you're prisoners and I'm with you, am I a prisoner too?
and these battle droids start walking
Yeah,
over.
now we got some action. This
He
is what
turns
we're-
around.
These people are prisoners. We're bringing them onto Traska's ship.
Perfect.
And you see the 2 droids look over. They look at his chest. They see the little emblem of the, the trident, and they say,
Makes sense.
Roger, 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 Roger.
and they start walking over. He's like, and then Matt comes over. He goes,
Come along, please, emotional prisoners.
He remembered to call you an emotional prisoner.
and then he says,
Hey, prisoner.
as you guys are walking, are you guys all going, or anyone is anyone
I'm
hiding and holding back?
I'm hiding and holding back.
Wait,
You're
what?
hiding outside the door.
I'm
Yeah,
hiding and holding back.
I'm
too.
just.
She just needs to get on to install the hyperdrive.
But then we all need to get on the leave, right?
Yeah,
You're
we
going to be
will.
kicking butts.
So what about CNOBO?
It seems like it's set up for a lot of success. If we're already on,
I want to
we
take.
just sit on the thing.
She has to install it.
I want to
Takes
take
time.
Tracy
But if we're
with me.
inside, no one will know
So
anything.
Tracy's outside, just
Yeah.
outside the hangar bay.
Yes, I want Tracy to stay with me.
But
because
once
I'm
they
gonna
get
do something
past the
like control.
door, can we hide in the hallway?
You surely can.
So
And-
why
and
don't we
there's-
hide in the
work with
hallway?
You could like pretend like there's crates and stuff in the hangar bay, so you could, if you wanted to sneak around, there's opportunity to sneak from place to
Are
place.
there any more people in here?
Just 'cause I want to
right
shut
now,
the door.
this
I
is
wanna
all
get
you
us
see.
Off the street, shut the door,
This is Red Dawn, what I've always wanted to do, just hold down a place. I've always wanted to do this. I used to do this when I was young. We just hold everyone up.
Yeah.
This can be easy.
So these droids start walking you. Matt takes the rear and says,
Excuse me, prisoner. Do you think I can have my gun now?
remember the last session he asked you if he could have his gun. You're like, well, no, you can't have your gun back.
If these are the 4 people in the room, let's get rid of all of them.
And you see, as he says that, as you guys are marching toward the other droids who are waiting over here, as he says that, the other droids kind of like turn like, he doesn't have a gun? It's like they're trying to process what does that mean? That, you know.
I really think I should have my gun, emotional prisoner.
And then he kind of shoves you a little bit.
Sorry.
Do something.
You guys are getting closer and closer.
Okay, at this point, I want to come in the background and start sneaking behind the crates.
Okay, give me what is the stealth?
Well, someone should say it, Dory, yeah?
You're gonna get a blue because there's a lot of crates and stuff.
Yeah.
Four green?
Is everyone inside now, though?
Not just yet. She's doing a stealth roll
Yeah,
really quick.
I think
How many is it,
everybody's
four
in the
green,
hall.
you
I
said?
got 4 green.
So this is a hallway?
Problem for you.
Yeah, that's a little hallway, and then
here's the door?
and then there are crates under behind here.
This is the door to get in?
This is the ramp to the ship. The door again is like, over here somewhere.
So we're in the hallway.
No problem. You are anywhere you want to be around here. Where do you want to move yourself?
You did 2 laps before you even...
Basically, right. You actually snuck out of the system.
You came back.
You came back, went to hyperspace.
Was I meant to respond to Matt? I think Matt's malfunctioning. I don't know what he's talking about. And by emo, maybe he means Timo. I'm not sure. I think he needs help.
Roger, Roger.
Thank you. Exactly.
I still have one question from the last turn.
I got
that need to get in.
So the 4 droids are together.
Just about.
Am I also pretending to be a prisoner, or am I helping escort the Matt Wood droid?
You haven't decided.
I haven't decided yet. Okay, fantastic.
You're like going like,
I'm assuming the same thing.
this is,
right?
by the way, as you guys are walking, it does occur to you, you're like, these droids are so dumb, I don't even know what the plan is. You're like walking and like, you're kind of doing this, you're like,
So
do I do this? Do we put our hat?
Do I talk?
Am I just
You talk
rubbing my hair? What's going on? So, but he's walking behind you because he's sort of following a prisoner escort protocol that's in his brain. However,
Yes.
he is programmed to be loyal to you. So Matt is also a little bit confused right now.
Yeah,
You told
that's
him that
okay.
you're an emotional prisoner and that he's also kind of an emotional prisoner, but he's programmed to escort prisoners. So
Okay.
that, as you're walking, you're running through, you're like, this guy's going through an existential crisis. And you hear him muttering to himself.
Well, I've been a prisoner, an emotional prisoner, but I'm not programmed to have emotions, so how can I be an emotional prisoner? What's that? Nothing, Roger, Roger.
You guys are like, this is not, I don't
So we turn
really
this
understand.
guy into a bowling ball and get rid of all.
Thank you.
can I palm my blaster to
Your what?
Matt Wood?
Sure, yeah, you can.
And we've already had a conversation.
That's going to be, since they're not facing toward you.
Good, Freddie.
All right,
Yeah, you
so
said you'd have it
what is your
back.
skullduggery? To just sort of, or
I don't need skullduggery for
coordination,
that, right?
Coordination or skullduggery.
What's your breakdance?
Coordination is 3 diamonds. Skullduggery is 3 diamonds. So either one. So.
Locking
Yeah,
and
this is
popping.
not going to be,
Robot.
okay, so the robots have, because these 2 that are hanging out by the ramp can see you, but they're obscured, so they get you get a blue die because they're obscured
By the other droids.
by the other droids, and you're back there. I'm going to give you 2 blues on that because that's pretty good odds that you'd be able to do that. And 2 advantage. So you pass over, and you have your rifle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you pass over your gun to and he's like,
Roger, Roger.
and then he
Hang on the plan.
takes the gun, and then he points it at your back.
Keep moving, emotional prisoner.
And I tell him, hey, take it easy.
I'm sorry.
We're good. We're good.
So you guys get to these droids.
Can I signal to Pash and just
It's clobbering time.
it's clobbering time? Just let me know. It's like all of you guys,
Yeah,
like
we're in.
you guys, duck.
As you guys,
Tell Matt to, and then out from the side. So when you guys duck,
Yeah.
and I'll from above, and Matt can from behind, so we get extra firepower from Matt.
so really quick, you guys are coming into contact with these other droids. The other droids are like,
What's the status here?
And then you hear, "Why don't you tell me?"
Oh, no.
This lizard dude starts walking down the ramp.
Nice. This is all we were waiting for. Nothing was happening yet.
And he looks
This
over,
is fun.
and then Matt steps forward.
These are emotional prisoners. They're being delivered upon you for sale. Right? They're going to emotional prison.
So you guys are all, okay, you're like, oh God, we're dealing, and he's just kind of stuttering. The lizard looks over and points to one of the droids. His system's checked out, I think he's glitching. And then he looks at you, he catches your eye, and he goes, a Wookiee.
Oh no.
Well. And then he says,
Does he work for Trask?
this is Trask. This is the guy who owns this ship. He looks like that.
Oh, we got this.
And he is, you see, strapped on his side is a heavy blaster pistol like Han Solo's gun.
Creature to creature.
He's
about
got
your
some
vibe?
claws. He's wearing some nasty looking armor. He's got yellow scaled skin and these pale orange eyes. And he's just glaring at you.
These dudes can
And then
fight.
at some
I'm
point,
glaring back.
he leans over and he says, battle droids, why do they all still have their weapons? And you realize your axe is just slung around your back. You got a blaster rifle slung around over your shoulder. All you guys are like armed to the teeth. And one of the battle droids goes,
Roger, roger. Prisoners,
they all pull their guns.
drop your weapons.
Oh, here we go again.
We already got one person stealth.
This is great.
Yeah. And now it's time. Let's dance, people.
I don't have a stun grenade. Does anybody have? You don't
Let's
have
dance.
stun?
I'll say this: a
let's fucking
Wookiee was
dance.
made to die in battle.
They don't
just
know.
talk like that.
They don't know if I'm here and they're all focused
You're
that
like
way.
behind a bunch of stuff. They
Yeah.
don't know you're there.
I want to just shoot.
Really quick, let me do a little.
I do have stun grenades, and we're just inside.
If they're all staying together,
Yeah,
that's
you're in
done
the
with it.
hole,
We
yeah.
should
Yeah,
toss
you're in
those
the
in.
hallway.
So I could, yeah, but
It'll stun us
if I
too.
roll it
You'd
to
have
you and you
work.
kick
Who
it
has
forward.
any sort of like grenade?
How about if I throw
He
a
has stun grenades.
Oh,
How about if
come
I
on,
throw
perfect.
a stun grenade
All
to you?
right,
and
guys, you know how the initiative thing works, where some of you guys go and you guys pick who
Yeah.
goes and where.
Yeah.
The way that it goes is working out. I rolled your initiative in advance based on like your character sheets and stuff, so we didn't have to do that, so we could skip to just the fun part. 2 of you go.
And then they
Then Trask the bounty hunter goes. Then 2 more of you go. Then
the droids.
bounty hunters go. Or the
Wait,
droids. The droids.
okay.
All the droids will go. And then after
All 4
that,
of them.
after that, Tracy and Matt go at last.
got it.
Okay.
Okay.
So
They can't go
2,
before.
3, and
2,
then
1, 2,
afterwards.
4.
It's
Us, 2 of us.
bounty
Trask,
hunter.
2 of us again.
2 of you.
There's
again.
5 of us though.
And
Yeah,
then
so one of us is gonna get one.
one of you goes
Can one of
after
us
the battle
take
droids.
Woods?
Okay.
So one of us can take either Matt's or Tracy's.
So it goes 2, then
2,
Trask, 2, then droids.
2, then droids,
If you think of it that way, we have 4 to 1.
and then you're,
And then our
we have
extras.
4 moves to their 1 move.
That's right.
Granted, their 1 move is Trask.
that's right. He's.
But our 4 moves.
By the way, he looks absolutely formidable. He looks tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big boss.
How tall is he?
Not as tall as you.
Yeah.
But they can fight. They can fight.
He's like 6'3".
Yeah, they're like flea stacks.
Well,
All right, we have 2 turns. So obviously,
That stun
Oscar
grenade
has one of them.
would be a nice way to
Yeah.
start.
do you want me
And
to just come out blasting?
Well, I think the
Trask?
stun would then deplete
well,
everything.
he's probably going to have to get that to one of us because he's not going to be able to probably throw it from there to here.
The other problem is getting
amount
the
of
stun. If the
accuracy.
stun grenade goes off, it's very effective against organic targets, not as effective against droids, and you wouldn't want to have it blow up with your guys.
But the problem is we know that Trask is the next move. So if it's effective on him,
That's right.
Yeah, but it'll jack us up too. It could.
if we send it up that ramp behind him.
You were to
it's-
push him up. You're saying push him up the ramp and send it up the
No,
ramp.
like if we tossed it and it banked right here and it
But you
went
have
off
to
right here.
look where
could get it in the
he
ramp.
is.
Yeah, I still have to
Yeah.
get over there.
He's here. So there's no way he's going to be able to bounce and like off the backboard cold
Well,
blast.
well,
Except
well, wait,
he's
let's-
really good at the billiards pool
Yeah,
on
let's
his
work this
iPhone,
out,
so
though.
he knows this angle.
Hold on, just to play the yes and game a little bit.
Yeah.
He is at this point. This would be. Let's call this medium range.
Okay.
So the way that it goes, as you guys remember, I'll just recap it. You get basically one move and one action, right?
Yes.
Or you could turn your action into another move. Or you can spend 2 strain from your strain pool
Worth it.
and get an extra move. So you could have 2 moves, like boom, boom,
Easy toss.
and then try your toss.
I'm also excellent at curling.
Toss it off,
Perfect.
baby. Come on, do it.
I'll get my
Yeah,
broom
but
out.
don't I have to wait to do that?
No,
Or can I do
it
that
could be
right
one of
away?
our
You go
two.
first.
Two of you go
It could be one of our
first.
moves.
Oh.
You go.
And if you do that, it sets
Let's
the-
do that.
And then I
Do
can
that.
blast the
Let's do
hell
that.
out of Trask.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah,
Just
so
to, you know.
Then we
I'll
get-
spend 2 of my strain to get there.
So knock down 2 of your strain on your sheet.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, everyone add, if you're down any strain, everyone add 3 strain to your sheet if you're down any.
If you're maxed out.
If you're maxed out, you're fine, because you're always maxed out on
I'm at
everything. So
14.
you're-
I only
you got that.
Yeah, you're mad.
If you're at max, you're fine. You're fine. But if I know some of you guys were not maxed, and you've,
about
you've caught your
wounds? We're
breath.
still-
Mary,
Wounds, you're
what
still
is
messed
your
up.
what is your pistol?
14's okay?
14, I think. Look in your sheet. It should show
Carbine,
what is
strain what your
blaster
max is.
carbine.
What is that? I just want to check because
It's huge. It's 2 yellow, 2
12.
green.
So you should have 12
It's a
max.
big
Shouldn't be
freaking
14.
blaster.
Your strain should go up
Yeah.
to 12, and that's maximum.
So I want to. Is yours? But you.
Strain
I'm
is
strong.
just so
as
you
well,
guys
but they're
remember.
the same, so I don't care.
Strain is like your endurance, right? If you take a punch, you might take strain damage instead of wound damage, for example. You might. Sometimes it'll do wound damage, but sometimes it'll do strain. If you go down to 0 strain, you might pass out, like if you're running really hard or something like that. However, your strain comes back faster than wounds. Your wounds have to be healed. Your strain, you could sit and catch your breath a little bit.
Okay.
What's the damage?
Okay.
of it, too? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 of my strain.
All right.
I'm gonna pass off. Who's gonna be lobbing the grenade?
It depends on who our best weapons person, I would say, with that. What would you count throwing a grenade as?
Athletics.
You do it.
You know-
because you can do
Can't do
move.
No, because I want to do
action.
something else. I want to do something else.
Well, if you don't get it off, then we won't get the action.
I know, but if I
Oh,
pass
yeah,
it
you
off,
have to throw it.
Yeah.
No, you have to
I
throw
have to
it.
throw it.
Because we only have 2 turns
Only have
before
2
he
turns.
goes.
Oh,
It's
okay.
going to be all you for this one.
You got to do it.
And then we'll have a move. But
Okay.
then Trask goes. So,
So
if
I-
you stun him, that'd be huge.
So
Where
if
does it? What does it say on your sheet when it shows the grenades? Like what skill you
It
say? I think it's
says
ranged.
ranged light.
Yeah, ranged light.
But the range is medium.
No, no.
range
The
is
range
short.
Oh,
when he
sorry.
gets here, he's going to be within.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, you'll be within well.
Honestly, he's going to be within short or close range. I think
Okay.
it might be at like. At,
Good.
This is melee range.
Yeah, short range.
Yeah.
He'll be at short range.
Okay.
But don't get in front.
But it's
of
going to
it
be. I
because
will
need
say
a
this:
clear
because
shot.
you're trying to get it up the alley of the ramp, it's going to be +1 setback die.
But
1
also,
blast.
he is a droid, so it's not going to affect him. This. Sorry.
The stun thing. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
No, you're right.
But it
You could
wouldn't affect
actually,
your droids either.
Close.
if you
Yeah,
wanted
exactly.
to, you could charge in there
Yeah,
and just.
because it's not going to affect
Yeah.
you.
You're right.
Nor the droids.
Yeah.
It'll affect Trask.
Why
It'll
don't you
affect
hug
us.
him?
I'm not going to charge it. No, I want to throw it in because I want to get over to the control room to disable the tracking and also to make sure the dome doesn't come back.
And it's just nice to have them.
I thought we broke it, so it couldn't.
You did, didn't you?
Did we break it?
Oh, yeah. At the space
But
portal.
there's
we
still
did.
Once
might be
we
tracking.
opened it, I blasted. the
Might be
sender
tracking,
button.
but that also could happen in a lot of different ways. There could be tracking here at the city. There could be tracking devices aboard the ship. You just don't know about that. But then again, this is not Timo's ship. This is this guy's ship.
Yeah.
Big orange, ugly
You
ship.
have a way to follow. so we
And
don't
plus,
know about.
our
So we don't
first
have to worry
attention has to be here.
All right,
If
all
once
right.
we take care of him, then we can do.
I'm all in. I'm going in. I'm going to push him up there and I'm going to just hug him and detonate that
Perfect.
motherfucker.
I like it.
What is your brawn, by the way?
My brawn.
Oh, no.
Oh, God. Brawn. Where do I find brawn?
It's up.
Oh, here. No, that's
Or your
brawl.
brawl. Yeah, what's
Oh,
your
brawn is 2.
Your brawl is 2, and
Brawl
your range.
is
Because it doesn't. It's the reason I ask is it's like if you're going to try to shove him up, he's probably going to try to resist that. However, you can also just get in
drop
there and
it at
boom.
How about if I
Yeah.
stab him at the same? I have poison.
It's either stab or detonate.
Ah!
It's up to you. Doesn't matter.
Detonate.
And the next round, you can also try to stab him. It's totally up to you.
I'm just going to come up and I'm going to detonate.
All right.
I think that's more important.
But
pretty
crouch
sick.
down so I have a clear shot at his.
Oh, I'm going to detonate from under his sack.
Okay. That's nice.
So here's
I'm going to lift the lizard.
now, in your best C-3PO waddling impression, what does that guy look like when he's sprinting and screaming? Like, how do you manage? Because you're a strange-looking droid. Essentially, what I'm asking is, what does this look like in a Star Wars movie? I want a description. I need you to be specific if I'm going to let you go and do this, man. Hey, check it out!
He has a little more elegant waddle than 3PO because he's balanced from all his sticky, pointy things. And he's got all this stuff to counterbalance with. So yes. So it is a waddle, but it's a delicate waddle.
It's a delicate waddle.
Yes.
On the toes.
He steps up on his toes. He's all, and if he gets a little off balance, he also has this big claw thing.
He's got a little claw.
Yeah.
So you guys hear this, and you turn around, you see this droid go.
But elegantly.
Yes.
Super ballet-like, but it makes that sound, is what I'm saying.
Elegant adjacent.
Running with this, just kind of cradling something. Now here's the thing, Steve. You're going to detonate this. I need your ranged light skill against point blank, which is just 1 purple. Right, that's your difficulty. So ranged light, what is your
Light
skill?
skill.
Flip it.
Down at the bottom of this thing.
Oh, there. It's 2 green.
2 green. Now, did you want to upgrade any of these? Because remember that also will be how effective.
Great roll.
I think it's pretty important. Let's upgrade that.
Yeah.
All right, flip 1, Freddie.
Oh boy.
He's using the force.
Going all in, baby.
And yeah, because you're not throwing it, I'm not going to give you the setback die. I think you're fine. So Steve, if you would like to do the honors, hit that green round thing.
Yes.
Shake him up, shake him.
Let's get it. Oh boy.
Oh, with the 7. 7-11.
No success, just 2 advantage.
2 advantage.
It's a dud?
Dude,
Wait, what?
dude, you rush in.
Oh no.
Trask spots you cradling the grenade.
Yes.
Immediately, he reaches out, slaps the grenade from your hand. It goes skittering in. There's a big poof.
Inside the ship, you're saying?
Inside the ship, but it doesn't explode where you want it to. And he dodges against one of the bulkheads, and the thing goes. He takes 2 strain damage. That's it. And you just go up. And then what's worse, dude? Immediately you think to yourself, your logic processors run. You go, and you look down and you see Athena and Margaret. They're like, no. And you're just like, no. Like so immediately, like, oh boy, this has gone wrong. You guys are all looking like, what do we do now?
Dance.
Wait, what happens with those successes?
Yeah.
No, not the successes, the advantage.
The advantage now, anything good extra that you want to have happen. If you want him to take 2
Poison.
damage,
Can I stab him with a poison now?
Yes, no.
That's an attack.
That's an attack.
you can use these advantage to something else, or I can apply it as 2 damage against Trask because you got stunned slightly. How do you want to do it?
I think we should use the damage against him, yes. All right, we need to cut him down as much as we can.
All right, dude. A little bit of electricity plays over him, but you see that he was ready for you. This guy was like super cunning, and so now the droids, everyone is like jumping into alert. One more of you guys go, and then Trask goes.
I know who's going.
Can I just say something before they go?
Yes.
This was the candygram I didn't know was gonna do that. I'm very sorry they didn't tell me at the store.
I didn't know.
I didn't know.
It was from your mother.
I come out from
didn't
behind
know.
the crate, which I am right across from him.
You're within
straight away.
short range. Yeah.
Step out within short range and blast.
What is his health?
Do you want to mow at the battle droids, or do you want to mow at the?
I want to mow
It's
it.
high. His health is
Like,
pretty high.
like, what do we think?
I mean, this guy's
think
going to
you
do
get
the
to
most damage.
Probably
to us.
comparable to you guys. You know, he's. So you can either blast at the droids, and again, when you roll well enough, sometimes you mow down more than one droid.
Yeah.
'Cause that's-
Or you can try to hit the bounty hunter. Now, if you do, I'm spending one of these things to make it there be a chance that you hit 41 vex, but only a chance.
I think that's your
All right,
threshold.
I'm gonna go for the droids.
What is
Oh, she's taking out the ads.
Yeah,
Video
I'm
gamer.
gonna take out the.
Well,
Roger,
should we not
Rogers.
go Trask because he's next, and then we can do droids on the next one before they go, or does that not matter? Because then Trask won't have another move for a while.
Well, if I can't kill Trask, and we're gonna get one of the dark forces against it to see if I might
But
actually.
if you
end
have
up
success and
killing
like an
him, too.
advantage, it might, you know what I mean, put him at a disadvantage before he moves.
Yeah, but he'll still have pretty good health points. He's
If
gonna
she
get his
has
chance
enough
anyway.
advantage to spend, she can choose to also use that in any way she wants, including against Trask. So if she shoots, if she even does a flip or whatever you do, if you have a lot of advantage left over, I'll let you do something cool, even if it's against a different target, you know, that type of thing. Okay. So you make a good point bringing that up.
because it does actually make okay.
No, but you
it
can
makes
do-
more
I mean-
sense to go. If
Go
they
after
move
Trask.
after, it wouldn't make sense because why? You know what I mean? If we're gonna have 2 moves regardless, you would want to go whoever's gonna move first. We're for sure moving before the droids.
The droids are moving. It's one more of you
sure.
go, then Trask, Then 2 more of you go,
3
then
moves.
droids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of those droids are carrying nasty
And you
looking
can do
blaster
some
rifles, though.
damage.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for Trask.
You are? Okay.
And you have the best thing, I feel like.
I'm spending a dark side point against.
Oh, God.
Are you?
You can do that whenever, huh?
I can.
So if you flip
makes
that
me
over,
so
Dark.
happy.
Okay. Can I spend one?
You can?
I can.
You can. Now
You
you
can do
roll
this till the cows come home.
range of Trask. Okay, so here's the deal. If one of those despair die comes up, what Trask already has one to try to hit him, one of the red die. I added another red die to. Or no, I'm wrong. Wait a second. Red. I upgrade it. Okay. That's your roll. If you roll a despair, you're going to hit pull 41 vex. If you roll one of those like critical fail rolls on here on the red die. So, what is your ranged heavy?
2 yellow, 2 green.
Here we go.
Oh, God.
You ready? Do you want to hit it or shall I?
Get it.
Should I
Get it.
tell
The green
point
one.
to go for 3 yellow? Or?
Do you want to do it? Up to you.
We just got one flipped back to us.
There's a lot of force.
Yeah, you
There's a
can
lot
do
of
that.
force in this
Definitely.
room.
You're gonna
Do it?
outforce the Force Master? I like it.
Try. Yeah.
You can do it. All right.
So the force has been canceled out on this one.
Well, no, see, the
Not
thing is,
canceled out. Now it's
but
more down.
despair and triumph never actually cancel each other. You have to deal with them separately. So, so we'll see. Do you want to?
Yes.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Do it.
Is that the lingo? No whammies on it? Oh, wow! You destroyed him.
Oh my God.
See?
What's
That's
the damage?
huge. That is huge. I'm coming across the table.
Okay. What did I? Oh my god.
Wow.
Damage is.
Wow.
Oh shit! I got 5 of those. It's
Yeah.
9 damage
Yeah.
plus 1 for every success, so it's 14 damage.
Yo, if you just one-shot
That's what I'm
Taylor's
saying.
a G.
That is huge. That's what we want.
All right. So.
That guy's choking up blood. If he's like, sorry.
Explosion of the grenade, and then suddenly, before you can even move, just around you, you see all these like blaster bolts start blasting this guy. He starts like tripping back, falling over, and he falls back against the
Jimmy
ramp.
Kahn.
And you just see the smoke coming. Yeah, basically it's a Jimmy Kahn thing. Like, and the curly hair and everything. It's amazing. So just his armor is smoking. He falls back against the ramp, and you just like, this is great. And then Trask goes next, so he gets up. You're like,
What?
I still have an action.
and you can see green blood coming out of his mouth, just pouring forth of his mouth. You see like these glowing holes in him, and you're like, that guy's still alive. What the? He runs back into the ship.
I still have movement though.
Oh, you do? Yeah. What do you want to do?
She blew up the whole thing. It freaked everyone out.
Take my arm and stab him with poison.
Well, that's an action though.
That's an action.
Oh,
But
sorry.
I could. I'm gonna go up the ramp after.
You're gonna charge the ramp.
Girl, that means he's gonna attack you, but you
I don't care, man.
No, that is the move.
That is balls.
That is the
Okay, so
hero move.
you are charging up the ramp with your smoking gun. Trask dodges behind, gets cover around here, pulls his gun, and blasts at you.
Crap.
Naturally, but that is huge.
No, that's dude, bravery.
And who's got the bigger gun?
We're gonna see. Trask is at.
We got stim packs ready. Don't
Here
worry.
we go.
Yeah.
He fires on you.
Oh God. Oh no.
Okay.
You did so.
10 damage. Remember your soak.
Yep.
Soak cancels out that much damage. So you take 10 damage.
6, 7. So I got 7 strain left.
Not strain.
Oh, sorry.
Wounds.
Oh, and I've got.
Nice.
Wait, say that again. So it's 10 minus 6. I got 5. Okay.
5 wounds.
Well worth it. And he's down to not much.
He's got blood pouring out of his mouth. He's in bad shape. So he pulls his gun, bam, and you're running up the ramp, and you take a shot near the shoulder, and you just keep coming.
Try again.
Good Lord. 2 more of you go.
All right, so
remember, there's
I
all
have
these
another
battle droids with their
question.
guns out.
But we're laughing because we're like, we have 2 moves.
You have 2
What do they
moves. You do.
When does Trask move again next?
Next round.
Like,
So
we start
everyone
at
has to
the
go through
top.
an
He goes
entire.
with the droid. Okay.
Yeah,
a whole
he
nother
does
round.
not go again
Fantastic.
this round.
So now we should just go in on the droids for a second.
Can I use a
think
stim
so.
pack while
Do
I'm
you
hanging
want
out, or is that an action?
That's an action or a
Okay,
move.
sure, but
Yeah,
another
so you have to wait till
whoever
last.
the 2 best attacks should just
Unless
take
you
it.
want to spend a strain to get
And
the
wipe out
extra,
as many as we can.
I have
the extra move, and just go.
Yeah, you should
Yep,
attack.
I do.
Knock down your strain by 2.
Ranged light,
If it's
I
the
can
first
do
stim
1
pack
yellow,
you've used
2
in the game, I
green.
think it is. That's 5 hit points back. So I think.
What about you?
That's worth it.
What's your big weapon?
I've got a hand blaster that does damage of, a holdout blaster that does damage of 5. Ranged light is 2 green.
What's the rifle I just gave you? You got the
Yeah, I'm
big
for sure
gun.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're saying one more
You
attack.
might be able to
on the
take them
droid.
all 4
That's
of
what I'm
them
thinking.
out.
I've swung
You
bigger
take
swings.
you take our first action
Okay.
and move.
I'm gonna obviously
You're the
take out the
big cat.
vibro axe and say, everyone clear out, I'm doing a pirouette.
So, by the way, the Wookiee, as
Way
you guys
that way
see,
this episode.
you guys are standing like in front of him, and you guys are now he
like
parts the
Red
Red
Sea.
Sea.
I guess I just got
Moses.
All right, Wookiee, what's your plan here? These 4 droids are looking up at you like, what? What?
Yeah, I'm looking to the Russian judge.
Wait.
I'm getting it ready.
All right.
There's a triple axle.
We love you.
What do you do?
It's a yellow and 3 greens.
Yellow and 3 greens.
That sounds good.
Okay, here we go against these battle droids.
But they're soaked too.
Okay. 2 advantage if you want something extra cool to happen, but you also get 1 success, so it's your damage plus 1. What is the damage of the
So it'll be 8 damage.
8 damage?
Yeah.
So your damage was 7?
The damage is 7, and then I get 1 for every.
Damn, son.
Solid.
8. Okay, dude. You cleave one of the droids in half. Boom. Just sparks fly everywhere. You hear Matt go, "Oh my god!"
So clean went through 1, and then just hit the next one and stop.
You can spend this 2 to damage the next one slightly, or you can do something else if you want to spend these 2 advantage.
Yeah, definitely spin. I'm just trying to get creative.
Oh, wait a second. Don't you have like something that breaks through armor? What was it like on the axe? It's like, what's it called?
I'm not seeing that on here. I have target soak reduced by 2 against his attack for Pierce.
Pierce. Okay, so
Piercing
actually you did damage the next droid. So
Take it
yeah, because I was applying the droid's armor.
Got it.
So you swung through, you cut one droid in half.
Yep.
You sliced into the arm of another droid, and again, Matt is still screaming, "Oh my
Yeah.
god!" Because it's his people. It's his people.
Yeah.
So you have.
With the 2 advantage, we were just trying to set up the next move. You're moving next?
I can do more damage than Vanessa on the next move, but that doesn't necessarily mean I have to move next.
Yeah, we're.
What kind of damage did that? So he took out one
One's
droid
completely
completely, and then how much damage did
He's
he
like
do to the
halfway
other?
now.
Probably halfway dead.
Could he use
So
the
if I
other
threw
2
the other 2,
advantage?
it'll
Would that
make him like a
destroy
quarter,
the other?
or would finish him?
You can. I won't tell you whether it'll kill him or not. I know. I have it written down here, so you can.
I'm
choose
gonna
to-
just use it in that sense, just because.
Okay.
We're trying to get rid of him.
So in
2
slow
each,
motion,
2.
you cut through, nick through his arm, take out something in his chest. You hear a spark, and he falls over limply. You've taken out.
Nice. All right, now we can
Nice.
get the other 2. One more.
Okay, so one more person goes before the droids go.
Remember, you've got this.
Alright.
What is the blaster rifle?
I'd like to
That's
know.
worth those 8 damage, I believe.
Okay,
8
that's
damage?
Yeah.
That's
better
really
than
good.
my
Nice.
than my short range blaster
My
pistol. It does
holdout
6.
blaster only does 5.
Dude.
Okay,
a
so
shot.
I'll take the next action and move. Is that cool with you,
Yeah,
Vanessa?
of course.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, so there are 2.
Who's
There's,
Vanessa?
What?
sorry, there are 2 droids left. Mm-hmm. Where are they in relation to me? How far are they? Are they stacked up?
You
they
are.
next to each other.
Matt is a little bit in front of you. The Wookiee just stepped through and took out 2 droids here. So there's 2 droids laying at your feet. You're within short range, 1 purple shot from them. If
And
you got
Matt still
closer,
trusts me?
what's that?
Does Matt still trust me?
It's hard to
programmed
say.
too, right?
He's freaked out, but he's programmed to trust her for sure.
Yep.
So he believes you're all emotional prisoners.
Can I get an extra aim advantage
really are.
if I aim on his shoulder with the rifle?
I'll give you a blue if you use your move to do that.
I'll use my move for that and my action to strike.
All right, so you're gonna aim. You're gonna put your rifle
Right on
across your
his
shoulder, steady it, and
straight
fire.
up Lord of the Rings style with the
All right,
giant bow
man.
and arrow.
So you get a blue for that, and what is your ranged heavy?
Ranged heavy is 3 green. I don't have a yellow there.
All right, do you want to use any magic?
No, we're even right now.
All right, dude.
Take it easy.
So you have. We'd like to hit the green button.
Bam.
No whammies. No whammies.
1 whammy.
Dude,
Nice.
1 success, so it's 8 damage. So you did 9 damage, and you have 4.
That's more than I had.
What's
I took out
now
2.
what?
4 advantage. Now remember, you can also activate a crit for, I believe, 3 advantage.
Yeah. Activate a
want.
crit for 3 advantage. So he could take out both.
Wait,
of
how
them.
can I?
He can for sure.
Because you got 3.
You did way more than I did.
One of them.
Oh, because
So one of them is the straight damage.
Yep.
The other one you can use to the advantage. You to take 3 of those and activate a critical hit, which would be a separate thing.
Which would
Yeah,
kill both of them.
I would love it
They
if
wouldn't
my
even have a move
rounds.
now.
I would love it if my rounds went straight through the first droid.
Oh, yeah.
Into the second droid.
Critical.
Okay, you lay your gun across.
Wait, what are you doing?
Boom!
Man.
One bolt
That's
goes
big,
through
that's a big
two
roll. We
heads,
need it.
and then you hear Matt go.
Ew, I think I'm deaf.
These guys fall over in a smoking run.
Yes.
First good roll of the game. Huge. Your first good roll in the entire.
In 7 hours.
It's 7 hours of gaming. Your first good roll.
Here's my question.
I'm going
If
home.
they were set up to move, it doesn't mean Trask now gets their move, right?
No.
Beautiful.
You just deprive them.
May I now go to wherever the area is that I need to deposit?
Sure.
Trask is
Now,
still on the ship. though.
what you know you have to do is you have to install it, which takes a little bit of time.
I know,
So you
that's why
just
I want
plug
to
it
get
in?
in there already.
Right. Now, Trask, as you can see, he's up this ramp. If you see on the ship, she's running up the ramp. He's by the ramp. You could surely try to go on the ship and mix it up if you wanted to,
This is the.
or you could just try to run past them. I mean, you can do whatever you want.
Guys, I think you'll cover me, and I'm gonna run to the machine room.
Yep.
Yep.
Single-minded.
Yeah. We gotta get out of here.
Yep.
Yep.
Hyperspace, people.
All right.
Go, Mathis, go!
So you are here. So this is one move gets you here, and then another move could get you into the engineering.
Love gets you there.
So you're running up the ramp, and the moment you take a shot from Trask,
Yeah.
your momentum is stopped. You're like, oh, and you try again. And as you say that, blowing past you is Mathis, just like runs down the hall. Trask is like, what? Just runs right past him, like, what?
The Flash.
Right.
Yeah.
So is this the next round? Did everyone go?
Yeah.
Oh,
Start with
CNOBO. Just starts like shooting off after you. So she's heading up the ramp as well.
I love it.
But she's a little bit behind because she started over here. Matt is going.
I can't hear in my right receptor.
But he's not shooting you guys, so the reprogram must have taken.
We love that.
Next round, you guys got
Matt
what?
have
Two
a-
guys.
So we're gonna
Matt
have
doesn't
to,
have a move?
we're gonna have to finish.
Matt is busy
Trask.
holding
That's
his.
him.
Yeah.
Which we could finish Trask if you do anything.
I could,
half of what you
I
said.
could shoot him up with some poison.
Yes.
And then the next moves are just
time?
gonna be blocking the door.
He's been holding this poison so long. He's like,
It's
please,
time,
let me
Bubba.
stab
Yeah.
someone.
Yeah.
So I finish breastfeeding Margaret and Athena back to health.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
I waddle up the ramp and I'm
priorities.
going to inject Trask with some poison.
All right,
Take
Trask.
him out.
Yes. Pardon me?
This is the difficulty to hit Trask. You're gonna have to make a brawl to make it happen.
Oh, I do.
Your bro
What
sucks.
if I went,
Brawl sucks.
what if
I'm ready to
I went
brawl.
first to blast him again?
That's
Yeah.
probably
That's
better
what
idea.
makes
Took out
sense.
more damage, and then whatever's
you-
left.
Yeah, that's probably a
makes
better
sense.
idea.
Because he might be bloody.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you knock him down, obviously it's easier for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to try?
Or if you just
I
kill
would
him.
like to
I'll continue nursing.
Yeah.
I think you'll kill him.
What's the disadvantage with his cover?
He one black. He adds.
What happened with the separate? Oh, okay.
But with my
Can't fight him off
movement,
from that.
Or you're gonna negate that, aren't you?
I'm going to
you're gonna
negate
just
that.
You should go
blank
for it.
him? You're just going Carlito's way? Oh my
I'm going to turn around, just
Yeah,
turn the corner.
You have to. Why
Go
not?
big or go home.
Yeah, which that would give us some, right?
So you're running
Yeah,
up
you
the
have
ramp,
to.
past his cover, getting next
mercy.
to him,
Yeah.
taking your shot.
For
What is
sure.
your roll?
I think
That's straight
so-
paintball
That's so
style.
smart. Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Sell
duck you
yourself
right
in-
out.
Mercy.
No mercy!
Amazing.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Damn, girl.
There it is.
See?
Goodbye.
What's your
Good
damage
night.
again?
Good night.
9 plus
That
1
oughta
per
do it.
blast.
Okay. Bam, 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 bam. You blow all these chunks off of his armor.
Awesome.
He falls back. For a second. That is.
9,
What was your
10,
damage
11.
again?
It's 12 total damage.
Our ship now.
Whatever
Yes.
his soak is.
Okay.
Our ship now.
All right. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. As you just like let loose, there's just this cacophony of noise. It's deafening in there because it's all echoing off against the hulls of the ship. It's deafening. It's bright because he has a very dark, musty, smoky ship. So you just flash, 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 noise, 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 and as the smoke is clearing, you see at your feet is his arm grasping the heavy blaster pistol. So you're like, okay, I think I got him.
It's a lizard.
And you look down, and as the smoke is clearing, you see him crawling across the floorboards
He's alive.
toward the cockpit. Yeah, but he's
Okay.
crawling.
I pick up his arm. That's my
Can I do that, or am I done?
No,
'Cause I only use like half movement, but that can
well, no,
be
that was, that's you. You did that.
So I'm done. I'm on.
So he is crawling toward the cockpit.
Yeah.
Well, 41 Vex.
I think
Wait, this guy's alive?
Yeah.
Barely.
I think you
Okay.
dropped something, Trask.
Yeah. Finish it. Here, I'm a medical droid. Let me help you, honey.
He's
Let me
gonna
give you a
help
little
you out.
something.
Yeah.
And I inject him with the poison.
So you start walking up. Okay, so as you're clearing out the smoke, you see 41 Vex.
Tag team champions over here, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, dude. This is going to be 1 purple. If you can make this brawl roll.
Okay, yeah, I got 2 greens.
Okay, 2 greens. Do you want to use any magic just to make sure you do it?
We should, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just flip one.
Droid, you got this.
Yeah,
Just flip it. Okay, here we go. You want to
sure.
roll that up? And I'm actually going to give you a blue because he is on the ground.
And he's,
Yes.
and he's got
bloody.
95
He has one
holes.
arm.
Roll it up.
50% of lizards.
Come on,
bloody
sweetie.
blood.
Come on.
Bubbles in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so he's crawling and you what, you said you're a medical droid? What are you
Yeah.
saying
I'm
to
a
him?
medical droid, honey. I'm gonna help you. I got a little something for you. Yeah.
Got
And
issues.
I stab him up.
All right, you inject him and he goes
Count backwards from 100.
and you start going, oh, I thought it was going to just kind of peacefully put him to sleep. He starts thrashing on the ground. You're like, oh, okay. And then he just stops
I
moving.
go over to watch.
Shot, bro.
Okay, he's
Worst trip of his life.
gone. He's out. You put him out. This was a very, in a way, very merciful.
It was.
Of
He was suffering. I
You
can't.
guys call that murder?
I have good bedside manner. I meant it.
there
when I
are
said that.
no
nothing.
enemy. Yeah, you guys can do what you want at this point.
I would
I'd
suggest-
like to loot the body.
I would suggest just because
I want to loot Trask's body.
250 credits and that heavy blaster pistol.
Yeah.
Oh, we should get the
I would
blasters from the droid.
suggest
And the keys to the ship. The code cylinder to start
Do they
the
have
ship.
little fuzzy dye on them?
But I don't know.
What's the keychain?
It's got a nice little.
keychain?
It's got a little Wookiee paw.
A little Wookiee paw.
I would suggest with the next move, like just in anticipation of anything else happening, I'm just gonna go back and I don't know how this door works. If you describe it, I can figure out how I'm standing there. It's like a janitorial door of a high school. You just put a broom in.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that. Like, you tell me
So
what.
is Trask dead?
He's gone, and his droids are gone.
No one's in
Well
here. So I'm
done.
just thinking before anyone else comes in, because that's what's gonna
You
happen
want to
next.
close the hangar?
Yeah.
And I want to
It's
just.
going to be the
doing
3 of
business
our
with you.
turns, so I think
Yeah.
we should. I can loot the
Go.
droids. You can loot the droids. You're on board already.
Yeah.
Just you and I outside.
And the Matt droid is with us as well.
Yeah.
So we can do whatever you want to try
What
to.
do you go? You go first. I'll follow because I'm not gonna do anything.
Taylor, I believe the move is.
No, you were gonna do
yours.
something.
We don't have
Well, it
any
was-
initiative anymore.
Well, here, really quick, guys. Yeah. Battle's over. Like, smoke is clearing. There's like a dead Trandoshan who you mercifully helped into the next life.
Yes,
Good for
I
you.
did.
So he's
Welcome.
dead.
Said kind words to him.
So the engines are warmed up. This thing is like ready to take off. There's just the hyperdrive needs to be fixed, and you need to fix the hyperdrive. But the engines, the sublight engines, in terms of taking
I have a
off and
question.
flying, that'll all that can work.
Great.
Okay.
Well, that you just answered the question because hyperspace we'll end up getting to, but if we kind of coast into hyperspace, we're
Yeah.
off of this crazy
Let's
planet.
give Vanessa a move first, so she
Yeah.
can actually get to work on that.
And you're piloting it?
I will be, yeah.
What's your pilot skill?
It's high. It's the highest one on
I
the.
can astrogate.
My
That's you just were waiting the entire time to say that.
I
two
just
yellows,
wanted to
one
say
green.
that.
Good job.
Good. I can assist you because I've got 3 green, 1 yellow.
Perfect.
What if he needs to make a move? Hello. It's
Hello.
complicated.
If they need to make a
If they need to make a move
They.
to install this machinery and succeed at doing it, I mean, I thought I already did that.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
No, so what happens is you got into the.
I'm already
I'll
working
describe.
on it.
You run into the hyperdrive compartment, and first of all, you're trying to visually identify, like, is the place to describe this ship, guys? It's it smells really heavily of like cologne, and it's super musty. But there's like you can see like there's like
Flies.
leather floors. It's super tacky. It's really not cool.
Okay, so-
You can hear over the comm system. There's like 80s rock playing. You're just like I don't know.
Move on interior design.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Are you guys all aboard the ship at this point?
Not
Well,
yet.
that's what we were gonna say.
2 of us are off along with Matt Wood.
I call
You go
down.
into the hyperdrive compartment in the back,
Yeah.
and you see that there's like cargo containers that he's stuffed into the engine compartment. You're like, and it's just a mess in here. You're like, kind of clearing away the cobwebs and stuff like that. And you're like, oh, no wonder this hypermatter, thing failed, because he's been like keeping up this thing like terrible. He's putting all his energy in leather floors and not maintaining his engine. So you're just kind of right now. You're visually just checking out what needs to be done here, and you're going through. You finally like clear away some like cardboard boxes and some crates and stuff like that to get at the hyperdrive. That's where you're at right now. It's like
Okay.
it's this mess in
And
here.
Tracy's giving me a hand with it.
I'm gonna
Tracy's in there. Yeah, I'm gonna put her there.
I'm very good at
I
mechanics.
call down and say, Trask is dead. Come on.
Okay, woo! Your move should be.
First of all,
Here, there's a comm system on the thing. If you want to. Excuse me.
I'm yelling. I
Okay,
just took out this
screaming.
guy.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
yell.
cool.
So
So I'm making progress.
yeah, so you're going through and you start like pulling off plates of the hard drive to try to find where to plug it
Is
in.
that worth a move? Like, is there anything?
Well, right now we're sort of like not doing move thing. Is it? We're just everyone's doing whatever they want because we're not like in combat right now. So, but it would be worth a move under normal circumstances. Yes.
So we need
Am I
to get
missing
the other people on the ship. And
Yeah.
I have one question. If we take off, can I finish hyperdrive in outer space?
Yeah.
Absolutely, you can.
That-
yeah, you
that's
guys
what we
could
should
take off.
do.
and-
I think that we should get everyone on and get the hell out.
Ready?
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
How heavy are the blaster rifles? Am I able to loot all 4 or?
Sure, you can carry me around.
I can
Terrence.
help.
Just don't drop
Carry
one.
Whatever you need.
Right?
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to roll to not drop a blast? All right, so let me loot these droids, but as my action and for my movement, I want to tell droid Matt, job well done, and I want to ask him if he wants to come with us.
He's looking down on one of the bow droids. He goes,
That was FH-1L.
Oh no.
We trained together on Geonosis.
And I say, hey, I've lost brothers too. I know how it feels.
Wow.
here's the,
Lyrical.
do you put your hand on his shoulder though? Do you
I
do
only
that?
put guns on his shoulder.
Put a gun on his shoulder. All right, he takes the gun.
Lock and load. Let's get off this dirt ball.
I like it.
All right, so I'm taking.
So Matt runs up with you. You gonna run into the cockpit?
Yeah, I got.
You come around the corner. There is a horrible Tranderson corpse. Like it's just like smoked meat. You're just like, oh god, it smells terrible.
And those are my nice boots too, man.
Unless,
You hear in the comm like,
unless if we leave it behind.
One hand.
You know what?
Know
I'm gonna
something
drag Trask's body to the number 2 hold.
Yeah.
okay.
And investigate what is in there.
number 2.
And I throw the keys to Pash.
All right, you start dragging him into the hold. Pash is running into the cockpit. The engine is kind of warmed up. You're ready to go.
Lorik.
I'm staying and I'm saying, guys, this is home. Just kidding.
That's awesome.
He blows up the ship.
I think, yeah, we're about to take off. I should
Are there
get
gun
on,
turret?
right?
There's an upper gun turret and a lower gun turret.
I'm gonna make
right
my
there.
way to the bigger gun turret.
All right, so that would be the upper one. So Lorik, you run in, start climbing into the gun turret. You're checking out this hole. You see that there's these little cells where they stick people. There's all kinds of stuff. Or is that?
Especially dead ones.
Yeah. There's also a table where he interrogates people. It's pretty nasty business.
Is there anything I can loot?
You can definitely take a look around. You're still pulling off plates. I'll get back to you in just a second. And you're helping her.
I am helping. Yeah, I'm a good mechanic. I can
And
help.
Tracy.
And Tracy's also pulling stuff out. You hit the stuff. You look out the window, and you see the doors to the hangar. They go. They blow in. Stormtroopers start swarming into the hangar.
Love
bay.
it.
You're ready to go.
Love it. All right, how many moves do we get? Or
If you guys want to go with the Stormtrooper order, if you want to deal with them, I'll put them.
How many
same thing, I'll put
miles
them
is
after
like
two.
a step in a roll when we take off? Okay.
I think we
You
should
could get out. You could get the hell out.
bust out there. The only thing I was gonna suggest is Oscar might want to get in the lower gun turret just to shoot some fools on the way
Yeah.
You
out.
got it. Unless
Yeah.
you need a co-pilot. You want a co-pilot? And
I'm not really a
He's in
co-pilot.
a
I can
gun, but-
shoot.
oh, you're in
Yeah.
the gun because I'm good. Does he need a co-pilot for this?
I think he's.
Nah.
You can if you want.
Could be okay. I mean, or you could help.
Someone-
I
someone's
go-
Co-pilots
I
can
go
help
to
with
lower gun.
shields and repairs and stuff like that, and also assisting with piloting roles that are really tough. So co-pilots are really, useful to do all that extra stuff, but you don't need one.
Okay.
Well,
And I go to
I'm
the
gonna
lower
take
gun.
I'm gonna take off, and I'm gonna ask if anyone wants to join into the lower gun turret.
I go in there after throwing Trask in a cell, the dead body. I take the gun, put it on me, and go down into the lower gun.
All right, you get in the lower gun turret. The ship, I assume you're taking off at this point?
Yeah,
the ship is starting to lift off, and as you get to the gun turret,
Spraying.
you see all this blaster fire coming up, and one or two pits a little in the glass. And you're like, oh, damn it, the shields aren't up. No one raised the shields. Damn
Raise
it.
the shields!
You hear you hear over the comm system, raise the shields, raise the shields. So you reach over.
Shields up.
The ship starts taking fire from all these stormtroopers, and you're in the upper gun bay, you're in the lower gun bay, so you're looking down on them. Stormtroopers are flying everywhere. They're all like.
I'm ready for.
You ready for up?
One guy does the Wilhelm scream. It's madness. And you guys peel off. Freddie, you're flying the ship, and you can feel as like the wind is buffeting against the ship. The ship is probably like, again, it's richly appointed, but like the engines are in bad shape. So you're like, okay.
I blast the 80s music louder. Just to
Should go.
Don't stop
Oh man.
So you're hearing this loud 80s music, and you're flying, and then suddenly this hologram pops up on your board, and you see,
Where do you think you're going with that?
that guy.
Bet you think you're pretty proud of yourself right now.
We're very proud. Yes.
Yeah, let me tell you something. The wolf on the top of the mountain, yeah, sometimes he's not paying attention to the wolf who's in the bottom, who's hungrier.
That's a really bad.
Yeah, see if you can stay up.
All right.
and then he winks out.
All right. Thanks, Hut.
You're like, that's cryptic. So you start blasting away. You're going up into the sky. The sky turns blue, then dark blue, and suddenly it just starts giving way to space. Perfect. And you're like, whoa. And the ship, you feel like, barely made orbit. You're like, oh, that's not cool. And then you look, and there's like all kinds of weird engine modifications and switches you don't know anything about. And you're like, okay, either the ship's in bad shape or I'm not flying it right, but then again, I'm too handsome not to fly it right. So you're flying out, and then immediately you hear over the comm link, okay, so we're gonna go to you really quick. You need to make a roll, and this is gonna be how many rounds it takes for you to install this to get the hyperdrive running. As soon as she installs it, you guys can jump to hyperspace so long as someone plots the coordinates. You could do it in the cockpit, or someone else could.
I can help plot the coordinates.
Right.
I'm a good astrogator.
You're a very good
I
plot.
put the ass in astrogation.
Now, so this is an important roll. It's against 2 purple, and here's how it works. Basically, you're gonna roll against 2 purple.
And what skill?
It is, let me see, let me look it up. Who's the force?
What am I using?
I think it's astrogation. Is there an astrogate?
Yeah,
No,
top
no, it's not astrogation. I'm sorry. It is mechanics. Mechanics.
Mechanics is 2 yellow, 2 green.
Yeah.
So what's
Go
gonna-
with it, baby.
So what's going to happen is this. The roll is going to indicate how good of a mechanic you are, right? In terms of, and you're good.
Okay.
So it's 6 rounds to get it working, and every success that you roll will take 1 round off of how long it's going to take.
Okay.
But you have to work on it each round, right?
Okay.
So
Let's go.
hit the green button.
Let's go.
Okay.
This is for game over. Technically.
Come on.
6
Come on.
success.
Come on.
He's a 6.
Okay, it's going to take 4 rounds. Okay.
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 So that's good.
So there's 2 advantage there.
Do we get to a
Do you want to do anything with that advantage? That's pretty cool. Is there anything like you could juice with the systems, or anything that, maybe give the ship like
I'd
one?
like to get him a drink.
I love it.
He's happy when he's
In relax
when he's
mode,
had a little
man.
something.
Wonderful.
Because I'm guessing if trash smells this good, I'm sure there's booze on board, right? The ladies have been here. We know how
Some Cuddy Sark is on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you start jamming this thing in here, and as you're reaching into the compartment, there's a bottle of Rotgut, and you're like, oh, I know who would love this. I know who would love this. And Tracy kind of looks at you, looks back at the Rotgut, and a little hand reaches out and
Yeah, can
grabs
she
it.
go deliver it to him? That'd be great.
Are you still back there, 41 Vex?
Yeah,
Are you?
I'm helping to install this.
Okay, gotcha. Let me
Eventually
actually
do
add
the
your blue.
coordinates.
But I
in there.
will do. Can I do the coordinates from there, or should I go up to the cockpit?
You actually have to go to the cockpit for that.
Okay.
You won't have to do that yet.
But, until it's not yet.
Yeah.
As you're shooting out, Freddie, you look at your scanners are starting to come online. You start looking here, actually, really quick. Here's you. I'm going to keep these separate. Pretend like this is a bunch of comets, and this is an old Trade Federation, like half donut ship.
Yeah,
It's like wrecking out there in an old battle in the Clone Wars. People have thoroughly picked it over. You know all about it. It's just hanging in orbit. He used to hang out there. His girlfriend used to work there. So, a bunch of comets. Shattered Federation thing, and this is the planet is back where the GN is, right? So you're flying out, you're like here, right? And there's like a few scattered ships that are flying around in orbit. You know, some are coming, some are going. But you also pick up one of the ships starts flashing red, and you hear on the comm, by the order of Moff Gilroy. Heave to and prepare to be boarded. In the name of Emperor Palpatine and Moff Gilroy.
This Gilroy guy, we gotta deal with this son of a bitch.
Do you want to respond to that, or you want to gun the engines? What are you doing?
I tend to piss people off when I talk to them. So I'm gonna gun it. And we're gonna keep the shields up. We got people on the cannons. My man fights better when he's drunk. I know that's right. So I'm gunning it. I'm flooring it.
All right, so you're taking off,
I'm taking evasive maneuvers, yeah.
You then notice 2 TIE fighters off in this direction, and the signal's coming from somewhere over there. This is comets. This is like a old Trade Federation thing. Here's the planetary, sort of atmosphere, and there's a moon somewhere off over there.
Okay.
So those are your choices. You can try to figure it out. We'll go into the next round. In fact, actually choose. Where are you headed right now?
I'm flying towards comets.
Okay. Start flying off toward the comets.
Your Lasan is nice this time of year.
And immediately behind you, to your shock, you hear boom, boom, boom. Your scanners show up 2 TIE fighters that are right on your tail.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy. So now we are now doing the initiative. One of you guys goes first.
Okay,
TIE
well, I was
fighters.
going to say something ridiculous, but...
I got beast
Do
pilot
it. We
skills.
love ridiculous.
Okay, well, we're going to tie in a lot of stuff. We're going, the preface to this, where Lorik's been. I kept bringing up this comic, I paged someone, because these squid were friends with these things called Purgle. Because all the aqua creatures obviously are together.
Yes.
And this squid was held captive and enslaved the same way we all were.
Yep.
And through these things, I swear to God, these Purgles start popping in.
I'm gonna make you a deal.
It's a tsunami.
I'm gonna make you a deal.
It makes sense. I didn't bring this about, but whoever put a squid in this game called upon it on their own. I swear, I didn't do that.
Whenever this guy has a problem, he always brings the Purgles into it, man. Isn't that interesting? Here's what we're going to do in honor of the great sacrifice that Ezra Bridger made. And in honor of Dave Filoni, you can flip one of these, and if one of you guys gets a triumph, you can use it on what you want to use it on, or you could use it on some sort of magic Purgle thing. It's not going to solve all your problems. Thrawn isn't going to go away. But it'll help. If you guys, if you ever roll a triumph and you burn this, you don't have to burn it right away. But if you burn a triumph and that, you don't have to do it now. I'll let some weird shit happen in the game because Dave Filoni's stuff is all about weird shit, right?
That's right.
So you're
I don't know
qualified enough to handle it.
It's like,
Yeah, that's true.
only solve problems with
Education is weird.
Yes.
So guys, here's how it is. One of you goes, then these TIE fighters go. Then 3 of you go. Or I'm sorry,
What's
then
your gunnery?
We're just going to end up shooting.
Then something else happens, and then one of you goes. So it's 1 TIE fighters, 3 something else, and then 1 more.
What about these guys?
Yeah, that's the something else.
What do we use
You guys
on
have a better idea. Do we shoot at
when
them?
I'm shooting? Is
Gunnery.
it gunnery?
Yeah.
Okay. I got 4 green.
I think you guys should use all your shots and in the first turn,
not good at
and then after their turn, I'll use mine to like get us around.
I have
What's your
a
gun?
yellow and 2 green
Yellow and 2 green.
on gunnery.
Yeah.
So who
So
wants to
we're
go
shooting?
first?
We're
One of you
shooting at
goes
them?
first.
You go first. I have 4. I've got 4 green.
And are some of them below us and some of us are above us? Or,
They're both kind of on your tail.
so we could both have a shot.
Yeah.
Great. And we have a couple moves, or we both just
Yeah,
shoot?
you each have a move, so if
Oh,
you
yeah,
want,
it
if you
doesn't
guys
matter.
want
You
to
can
go
go
first,
first,
it's cool with
and
me.
I'll just follow.
I shoot at the TIE fighter.
No, shoot at the TIE fighter.
I'd like to shoot at the TIE fighter.
I would like to shoot at the TIE fighters. What is it?
So just checking where that whole Purgle plan ended up.
Well, if you get a triumph, which is that yellow thing, you get the lightsaber symbol, you can spend one of those, and I'll have some weird ass Purgle stuff. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. It
Yeah,
probably won't.
Potential.
But it's
You know
good.
what? Probably other aqua
It's
creatures.
Purgle
It's
potential.
good motivation to spend these. And in fact, just to give you more of these, the TIE fighters are they're dodging around a little bit. They're dodging around. What? Okay, so
They're TIE defenders.
Oh, do I have 4 green?
you have 4 green.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Roll it up.
No whammies.
No whammies. No whammies. Move to.
Okay, 3 advantage, so you're not going to hit, but what happens with your advantage? You can do it like, it could be covering fire, you can try to grace TIE fighter, you can try to set. him up for his next shot, try to like herd them in toward his gun arc.
Well, like,
Yeah.
You can try to split them up, like, you know, what do you think would happen? 'Cause that's a lot of advantage. Or you can have an extra move.
So only if I get a hit, is that a crit?
You
Because
can only
I
do
got
the
3
Yeah, yeah, you can't activate a crit when you don't have a hit.
when I don't have a hit.
When ain't no crit.
Is no
Ain't no
crit.
hit.
Ain't no
You
hit.
can't
Crit.
Crit.
Okay.
And then you must
I'm
quit.
gonna herd them. I'm gonna shoot below and herd them up above.
Okay, you start.
Towards you.
Pop, 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 pop. The TIE fighters are flying higher now, but now they're going to fire. That's right. Okay, you guys. You said you raised the shields, right?
Wait, 2? Yeah, we raise shields. Don't we have 2 before
No.
the TIE fighters go?
No TIE.
I got
We don't have
These
more
guys.
moves?
Not
It's
yet,
their
they're
turn
coming.
now, and then it'll be
Imperial pilots aren't
We'll be good.
total idiots. Okay, hold on for a second. This is the Imperial pilot. No, that's the thing. It's the black. That's
Guys,
your
if I knew
shield.
the cheat sheet was right here, I could have figured out some better moves.
Okay, dude.
What?
Oh
boy.
The Imperial
Really
pilots,
different.
both of them combine their fire. So all this, just this green laser blast, just start flying away from these things, start lancing up with your ship, and suddenly your ship starts shaking from the impact. TIE fighters cause. Let me see. 6 in there. 6.
How much damage does the
Oh, by the way, here we go.
The ship have?
Sorry, here's your ship, guys. Someone
Now we've
keep
got it
track
on
of that.
You got it.
Your armor is your soak, and you just took 9 damage. So with your armor, that's 6 damage. So subtract 6 from your hull.
That didn't feel good.
Okay, you got it?
So you guys took a major hit. It took like 1/4 of your hull away right there.
Yeah, jeez.
So
And now it's our move?
hammered. And yeah, and by the way, I'm gonna say that you've already been working on the thing for 1 round, even though you haven't acted yet in this round, so you'll be able to go.
Great.
But I'm gonna say you've already put in 1 round because you've been working on this since you tried to leave orbit.
Exactly.
So you have 3 more rounds to put work onto that hyperdrive engine.
Is there anything we can do to expedite the process?
There's a lot of things. By the way, there's all kinds of. You guys have ever seen this show, Star Wars Rebels? There's anything that you guys. It's pretty good. You anything you guys see in that show, you guys can try. You can try repairs on the ship. You can try jacking the shields. You can try all kinds of weird stuff with the piloting.
What are our shields at right now?
Right now, your shields represent. I add a black die every time that they take
Every
a shot
time
at
they
it.
do. Okay.
Now, if you wanted-
Against them.
If you wanted to say juice the shields, I could knock down your system strain by 2, and I could give them 2 black die, right? Or if you wanted to do some sort of like evasive action.
This is what I want to do. I want to fly them into the, what was it, meteors
Cometary?
or comets?
Yeah,
I want to
comets.
fly them into the debris and trust my piloting skill
Like
over theirs.
Yeah, sure. You can be there
Cool.
Nice.
next round. Not this round, but next round you'll be
Okay.
there.
Okay, cool.
So, so wait. First of all, the TIE fighters. These guys went. Who goes first? Are you going now? Are you piloting?
Yeah.
And do you
Unless
want
you want to go and
You wanna
take your
take a
first
shot?
shot. Yeah,
It doesn't
take your
matter to me,
shot
whatever's-
first.
I'm a little confused.
We go-
I can't
Not
figure out the
throwing
logic.
away
I'll
your-
shoot.
And
We
Freddie,
go-
by the way, here's something. And again, I'm sort of playing fast and hard with the rules. If you spend 2 strain, you can fly straight to the damn thing, or you can spend 2 system strain and be like spinning and dodging to try to make yourself harder to hit on their next attack.
I like that.
That's
That's system strain over my
Right.
own
Now here's the
strain.
thing. You might not. It's like you have your 2 moves. One is flying always. The other move is, am I flying crazy? Am I trying to fly extra fast? Or do I want to repair some of that system strain? Because if that ever gets down to 0, your the engine's just going to wake up.
Right. What is our strain at now?
It's a 14.
Out of
That's
14?
That's nice.
Yeah, we're good.
Help with.
She could try to
A lot of, but we're full right now.
So
we
I'm
don't have to
shooting.
worry
I'm
about it.
shooting.
So you can fly. Now you already took the attack from these guys. Those guys are out of range. So if you did dodge, it would be for their next attack.
Yes. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
They've just gone, how many consecutive turns
Yeah,
do we
that's
have
the
now?
good question.
You have 3, and then something else is going.
Okay, so we have 3 moves. So I would like to steer the ship into a more advantageous position for Taylor's attack, unless that's going to affect her driving them up in the first place.
No, you can actually give him an extra blue. Yeah.
Okay, so
Totally,
I want to give him a better position since these guys aren't in range yet.
Yeah.
And that'll also have us probably facing them so that it'll be shield damage we take from the front or to the back, or does shield damage just count all around the ship?
Right now, let's say your shields are arced in the back, so you can move them around to whatever arc.
So I want to move to an advantageous position that'll help him out and bring us to the front to face them So that if
you're
they hit
flipping
us-
around and going after
Yeah,
these guys,
so if
right?
they come at us again, they're hitting full shield, nothing they did
No
before.
problem. So you're not really going to get you're not going to get closer to the comets this round, but next round you can gun it if you want.
Yeah.
If you want to get there even faster, spend some system strength.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
you are now, you just pull it in. You want to like, role play that out. What's that like when you hit the comet? Like,
I'm Top Gun, but I'm gonna hit the brakes. They're gonna fly right by us. And we go
what's your piloting roll, man?
My piloting is 2 yellow, 1 green.
Okay, so check it out. I added a black because this ship is sluggish and crappy as hell.
Okay.
But
And already beat down.
I'm gonna do something really quick. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we
Maverick
go.
and Goose, baby.
Dude, you're gonna succeed.
Woo!
You are gonna take 2 system strain. That's what the
Nice.
2 threat does. So the ship goes. The lights dim a little bit.
I like that, I
But
like
you start
that.
pulling it over, and now the TIE fighters, you have an advantage over them. So you're gonna get.
I can
And
close my eyes and shoot him.
basically, you're gonna have 2 extra blues on your shot.
Extra.
Yeah.
It'll be yellow, 2 green, and a little bit of Rodka.
Tracy pulls up. You see this thing. You're like, you're trying to aim. There's a bottle. What are you gonna do, man? You have a bottle. You have triggers.
Live the dream, buddy.
I'm gonna
Live
take a
the dream?
sip first, and then I'm gonna shoot. That's half the bottle.
Right now. I don't want to say you smash it, and then you want to drink it more.
Chug it.
So is that your skill?
And 2 blues.
And 2 blues from Freddie and yours.
Nice little pitch.
Where'd you go, Roy?
Go. And what's the damage on the guns?
Oh, yes.
6.
6. 6.
Nice.
Ah.
Nice.
So you did 9 damage. My friend, because of those extra blues, you line up the shot, you go pop, 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 pop. One TIE fighter peels off, the other one isn't fast enough, and huge explosion.
Nice. One down, one down, one down.
And now you're like on the tail of this TIE fighter. It's going to try to probably do something, but like now you're gunning after it.
I like it.
Which is way more agile than you, just so you know. But very aggressive power move, man. That's a Cobra Kai move right there.
Yeah,
Strike first, strike hard. No mercy.
yeah, but if you're on the guns, he doesn't stand a chance.
And we have one more. We have one more move on our side.
You have 2 more, right? No, yes, right. One more before something happens.
I'm a mechanic, so I'm gonna start fixing all the shit that ain't working right.
Help the strain.
Nice.
Help, give
Nice.
us either the strain or the hull. Can he do anything about the hull?
You can make 1 repair roll on the hull in this combat because the hull is really tough. Well, no, I'm going to say 2. You can make 2 emergency repairs. The system strain, you can make as many as you want.
But I have to do them one at a time.
Yeah, you do.
And strain is
And
the shield.
Tracy can help.
Strain is like the ship's systems.
Okay,
like its
but what's the
engines and all
shields?
that
Is
stuff.
that the hull?
Shields are basically represented by if it's like a setback die on someone's attack. So if you like juice your shields and get 2 setback die, then they're shooting against not just 2 purple, but 2 purple and 2 black.
Love that. Love that.
Shows. Yeah.
Okay, I understand.
All right.
So, what's it going to be?
Yes.
Mon ami.
Or
Well,
no.
I think we should prepare the hull.
Well,
Get it.
We only have 18 damage. You want to get which is more important, the strain or the hull?
Well, Freddie's doing some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So
We need some strength for those moves.
But the hull is basically the hit points of the ship. The strain is how many crazy things can this guy pull
Can
off?
I increase the agility of the ship?
You could surely try. Yeah, give him a blue on his next thing.
Let's do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Totally fine. It's going to get rid of that black you were dealing with when the black die.
Yep.
So let me. You need
trust
to
you, my
make.
captain.
What is your mechanics roll?
My mechanics roll is good. It's 1 yellow, 3 green.
Wow.
Nice, bro.
If you make this, he gets the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. No problem. No problem. Works out. You're going to get a blue on your next thing. It's going to cancel out the black.
Nice,
So that's
nice.
cool.
Okay.
So you're
Now these
starts rerouting power to everything and trying to make it so that you have more maneuverability against this TIE fighter. Now something else happens?
TIE fighters move.
TIE fighters, right. So
Did we have
these
all
guys,
3 of us?
Unless Becky and
Haven't
Angelo
gone
get to move for us.
those guys already did stuff. These guys are coming in. They're here now. And as you're playing with your screwdrivers, you hear, well, ain't this something? Because we go and we try to find, and you look over, you're like, what the hell? And you see these bright little eyes peeking up behind
Jawas.
these crates.
What happened to Vespa?
Yeah, we went over to our
Jawas.
friend Noah's place, and it turns out that we were supposed to pick up a part, and you brought it right to us. Funny running into you again. Imagine my surprise when the description that Noah gave us of the person that beat the crap out of him matched your description exactly. Your description was exactly the same. Do you get what I'm saying here, huh? The new face? No, do you understand me?
Where's that Wookiee? Pulls a switchblade. One of the Jawas pulls out a chain. And you see now there are 4 Jawas.
You're still in there?
Oh my god.
41 Vex, I think. Are you still? Where were you? You were.
He was only
in engineering.
I would say you're in engineering. So you guys are watching as these little shapes are coming out of the darkness. Turds. And you hear there's like 2 of them sort of behind the hyperdrive. And this guy is like standing on top of the hyperdrive.
It's the big guys.
Just so funny. You think you're so tough. Why don't you make like a tree and get the hell out of here?
He's got a switchblade. The other Jawas are pulling out chains and switchblades.
Really, dude? This is hilarious to me. Not a problem. I charge up my gloves. I grab them up in one movement.
So you're gonna
Done.
Are you gonna attack this guy?
I don't have time for this.
No time for this.
You're gonna low
The
rick him.
hyperdrive. I'm sorry, dude.
Now keep in mind,
Look, we played nice. We gave a Vespa this, that, and the other thing.
Does that take away from our rounds of moving on that thing?
it takes away from her rounds of repairing the hyperdrive. So you can repair the hyperdrive or fight a Jawa. How does it go?
I need to get to repairing the. They're going to detain me further, don't you think?
Do you want to call
Can
one
she
of us?
call someone? Because we don't want. That's a
yeah,
round of
I
work,
call
right?
my homegirl. She's got this. Yeah.
Do you you hit the comm button?
Yeah, I do. I turn down the 80s music for a minute.
Hey, what happened to the music?
Hey, could you come here? I got a little something I gotta have you take care of. Excuse me. I tell the Jawas, just one moment, please.
Did you start working on the hyperdrive?
Yeah, I just keep working. I don't take these guys very seriously.
That makes sense.
That follows. That follows.
Really? I'll kick them. Come
How
on.
many moves do we have? 3 again?
The Jawas are going to act now. You're there?
Yeah.
Okay. Dude jumps on top of the hyperdrive, and while you're working on it, and by the way, I'm gonna count it as you're doing a repair, trying your best while fighting off this guy.
Okay.
So I'm gonna knock down 1 round. But he's going to attack you with a switchblade, and he's like, take the psycho droid, and the other 3 are jumping at 41 Vex. No, I'm sorry. Wait a second. No, this guy's gonna help his boss. So 2 are going after 41 Vex. The boss and the other Jawa are going after you. So here's the deal. Here's how it is. That's how it is when you mess with the Jawas.
I'm not going down from a Jawa.
That's what happens
Come on, dude.
From a Jawa.
with the Jawas.
Nope.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
I'm laughing.
He takes a swing at you. Okay, look, he didn't like hit with the switchblade, but you got 2 advantage.
Okay.
And you don't want to know what happens with 2 advantage? You take 2 strain.
Fine.
Mark off 2 strain. So he stabs with his switchblade, and you with your sock glove, like you knock it out of the way, but he cuts you on the arm a little bit. You're like, ow!
All right.
And you're trying to like do stuff. Another Jawa jumps on you.
But his confidence just went down.
Oh no, because don't worry, it's strength in numbers. You're too young, you would understand.
She patronized him and she was right.
That's right. So this other
She
Jawa.
said, I don't care, and he still didn't get to do anything.
You know, you're real cute when you think your Purgles are going to come to the rescue.
Are you kidding? I'm waiting for a triumph. That's all I'm waiting for.
Okay, hold on a second. All right, this Jawa,
What is this, Jawa?
5 damage. What's your soak?
Let's see.
4.
Soak is 4.
Soak of 4. So you take 1 wound damage as a chain whips across your arm, and you're like, God!
Getting beat down.
All right.
41 Vex. 2 Jawas are jumping out of the shower. The shadows.
shower.
The shower.
Jumping out of the shower.
They're jumping out of the shower at you.
And he goes, why you hop in here?
Yo.
And they're attacking
Can a
you.
Jawa
41.
fit in his little globe?
They're not that small. What's your
All
soak?
of these are direct
Soak is
insults to
3.
the Jawa, by the way.
Soak is 3. I know. I can feel it. Soak is 3. Dude, you take 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
So these things jump on you, and now you're like falling back. You're getting hit against like the wall. These things are like,
Ow,
one
you
guy's
little
wrapping you with a chain. One guy is stabbing at you with this, and the thing that scares you is one of the blades hits the globe, and the globe cracks a little bit. You're like,
No. Uh-oh.
and you look down.
That's
The
it.
pets.
Of course
Margaret
you
and
know.
Athena look up at you.
Of course you know. This means war.
Yeah.
Do I get a turn?
Yeah, you do. You guys, the rest of you guys go.
Yes.
All right, we're obviously going to go
Who hasn't gone? Yeah.
wipe up the Jawas.
Are we gonna? Well, we
They
still
both
have a
are
TIE
busy.
fighter.
He has
You
to be
already blew one up this
He has to
round.
be
You haven't
flying.
acted this round.
I haven't.
Okay, let's just say whoever has better gunnery.
I'm repairing, isn't that?
You're repairing,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah,
your.
so
So
you're
the
our
end
last
of
turn.
our round, you're our last.
You're our last turn.
So you're, yeah, what do you do? You got Jawas back, like, smacking you
You
around.
have no idea how much this hurts me. They were already in pain. I was nursing you back to health, you little bastard. And I take 2 syringes with anesthetic, and I'm going to numb the crap out of them.
God bless ya.
One-on-one.
All right, do you have that? Do you have anesthetic?
Yeah, I'm a medical droid.
I'm gonna.
Is it on your?
What's
Nope.
Turn it on.
No.
what do you have?
No. Can I do that though? Because I'm a medical
You have
droid.
light
I'm fully
I'm
loaded.
gonna say, look,
I have light blasters. Can I? Yeah.
you have light. You can use your blasters, or I can say that your brawl attack is an anesthetic attack. We can surely say.
brawl.
Can I do that? I just want to paralyze them.
But I need to see your brawl. Get the
I
brawl.
just want to
My
ask
brawl
something.
is-
as
Roll
well.
is 2, but your
Athena
blast is 5.
and,
You gotta use what.
5 damage. Yeah, but it's
Margaret, looking up
No,
at him,
but
would that
it's-
add like a
but
blue?
the damage on
Or is
it
that,
is
are they
fine.
any
Your
sort of?
brawl.
I
Okay.
feel like other lives, like they've got to have some ability, and I just think the 4 eyeballs too is a little.
Look,
Four, though,
Taylor.
might
If you
add-
want to flip one of those,
Oh, I don't.
I
think
will.
so.
I will give him the
I don't think it's worth the
inspiration.
flip. I was just.
I do.
I was
My-
just inquiring
My
about
question
the
is, if
power
you had
of our
2
little
brawn,
creatures. I
or
guess
2
it's not.
brawl,
If you wanna
compared
flip, I'll
to
give it to you.
5 damage.
To what? What is it?
2
What?
brawl compared to 5 damage. Like light blaster is 5
Well,
damage,
light blasters.
but 2 brawl.
But light blaster's 2 green. The
Yeah, it's-
brawl is 2 green. It's the
Yeah.
same, but the light blaster do 5 damage.
Yeah. Which would be more
Heavier,
effective.
more damaging.
It
So-
would be more damaging than
Can I use
anesthetic.
But can I use them with that same amount of damage instead of a light
Yeah.
blaster? Because I just want to see them paralyzed. Because they piss
I'm
me off.
gonna allow it. I'm gonna allow it. So you're pulling out syringes,
Yeah.
and you are
First
going
close range here.
You are. You're at a.
Yeah.
They're all over
Basically,
him.
you're fighting these guys. So these guys are like, you know, you got to imagine, like, we're talking, think Rebel Without a Cause. Like,
Oh, see, I was thinking it was Crocodile Dundee's like, that's not a knife. These are knives.
I don't know. Is it Crocodile Dundee or is it a greaser fight? With
Dennis
you guys are, and you got your.
Dennis Hopper
Like,
will
beat
go
it,
down
Michael
with
Jackson.
Yeah,
Old head.
it's totally beat it. It's totally beat it. What is your what's your brawl? It's 2
brawl
green, you
is
said,
those-
right?
yeah.
Those green.
2 greens.
Yeah.
And Taylor made this suggestion that if you
5
wanted,
damage of it.
if you wanted to flip one of these, you could gain not only a yellow but an extra blue because of the inspiration from your little
I
pets.
think it'd be good to do that. Yeah.
Man, you
Yeah. I'm going to do it. Yeah. I want these guys down.
Do it.
Taylor, see, look what you did. He did it.
them out
He
of the
went for
way.
it.
Inspiring.
He went for it. He
Like
flipped it. So, as the little globe gets cracked, you look down, and Margaret looks up at you, and you feel something you never felt
Yeah, of
before. True emotion.
Aw.
Your droid programming is transcending. You're becoming real.
Yes.
You're becoming alive.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun. All
I
right,
feel
here we
purple
go.
energy. I don't know why. Margaret is
Every time I go
She was in the
surfing, I
squid
feel like
tank.
there's an
Your damage,
extra
you said it was 5?
My damage is 5.
Okay. Take 1 strain damage, but my friend,
Oh wow. a lot of
5
success.
plus 3 for
5 plus
every.
3.
And Jawas have what, half each?
Yes, sort of.
Adds up to
Half a
1.
point of
Yeah.
strain.
Exactly, right?
Okay, dude, you score off with 1 Jawa. Margaret takes a crack. You go like this. You get him right in the chest. One of them just goes, it just falls over. You're like, okay, and you score off with the other Jawa. So you got one of them.
Okay.
Yay.
And he
Yes.
yelled to us, we don't need you guys.
Yeah, we're fine. We're good. So
that was
next
the
round.
end of our first round. Yes.
This
Yeah.
round's done. So round 2 is
Same order.
1, then a group of bad guys, then 3 more, and then Jawas and another group of bad guys.
Do we change our order, or is it the same order as it was?
Whatever order you want.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
So we can either deal with them, or I can.
I gotta take out.
Continue to
Somebody's
fly,
gotta take
so-
out one of that last TIE fighter.
Yeah,
'Cause if
do
we
your-
get
take your
3
shot.
on us, we're
You're sick with the gun.
yeah,
You doing it?
doing it.
What is it?
4 green.
Smoke 'em.
green,
4 green.
And we're behind him. Do we have advantage because we're behind him?
No whammies. Oh.
Oh, 1 advantage. That's 1 advantage. You can give yourself some sort of a little advantage, but you can't. It's not big enough to give anyone else an advantage. Really.
I can't inspire him.
You could sort of like give him good thoughts, but what is that? That's fake. In real life, who cares? Thoughts and well wishes, it's for nothing.
That's right. This
That's
is true.
right.
So
Welcome to space.
I know.
It's cold.
No one can hear you
Yeah.
scream. So, like, what can I do with that? 1 advantage.
Well, you know, I will allow. You could repair 1 point of strain to sort of like, you know, get the ship back up. You could,
Yeah.
Yeah?
Let's do that.
Okay.
I'll give the ship back up to 15.
All right, so pop, 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 pop. She does not hit that TIE fighter.
Son of a! I'm better
Now-
with my own gun.
Okay, now these TIE fighters are going to fly in. They're going to be with you next round. This guy is not going yet. He's not going yet. 3 of you go.
Okay. I want to fly us into the debris and try and outmaneuver, get somebody to bounce off a comet, at least have more cover from these guys so that maybe they have some disadvantage when they engage.
If you spend 2 strain, I can get you there by the end of this round.
Okay, 2 strain on the ship or my own?
On the ship.
And how much did you just repair?
1. So we're back up to 13 out of 14.
So yeah, I'll use that. That only
All right,
takes us to
you
11.
gun the engines. You were chasing this guy. You peel off, and you just take off, swinging past these TIE fighters who would have shot at you if they had thought to not go red early in the round. So that was good job. That was my fault.
Hooray for us.
Good luck. So you swing around. They didn't expect that. They shoot right past you and start turning.
Like that.
Getting in formation with this guy. And you guys are heading into the comets. Now, dude, you're going in. You see, like, it's like asteroids, but they're all very white. You ever been in the original Star Tours ride where they're all sort of white and, Pee Wee Herman's like, God, you know, all that shit.
It's the best ride.
So you are shooting into those comets. You're gonna have to deal with them in the next round. Dodge around them, and so are the TIE fighters. So
that's what these skills are for.
That's what the skills are for, honey.
There you go.
That's what I have skills.
All right.
So that's. No, we have 2 more turns before
2 more turns before
the tie.
the tie and the Jawas.
So do you want to try to smoke this other fool?
Yeah.
You're out of
I need
range.
to hit the eject button.
He pulled you out of range.
I'm jumping into space.
Oh, then you can handle the Jawas. You're not jumping in space.
Can't jump into space.
Sorry, dude. You want to handle the Jawa? What do you want to do?
Take care
We
of
gotta
the
finish the repairs.
Jawas.
We gotta get these.
All right, I'll get the Jawas.
Viper wax them.
So it's 1 move to come out and be around right here. It would be 2 moves. You have to spend 2 strain to get to the back compartment.
Okay.
And now there's a Jawa on 401 Vex. There's a Jawa and a Jawa boss on Mathis. So who are you going to go after?
The Jawa boss is the one you held the axe to
I'm gonna
last
say
time.
remember me, and I think that's gonna add a blue of fear.
Maybe he gets.
Give me the blue of fear.
I want the blue dice of fear.
They're so tiny, these little Jawas, and it's such a formidable axe.
I think
He
he
can
get
surely
it.
I'm just
try.
saying if he.
And we're
surely
smart
try.
enough to duck and let him.
Yeah.
Duck and cover.
Yeah, we'll get out of the way.
What's your roll?
A yellow and 3 greens.
All right.
This is done.
Here we go.
That Jawa should have got up.
And
the
a
ship
harsh
when he had
memory.
the chance.
You know what? Here's the thing. Because
And a
Mathis
hangover.
is right there, I'm spending another dark side point. And if you roll a despair, which is the super bad symbol that's coming up there at the top, if you roll that,
Snap.
you might hit her in your swipe. So just be careful.
Dang.
You ready?
Worth
Hit
it.
that green button.
Come on.
You got this.
Nice.
You got this.
I'm resilient.
Yeah.
3 advantage.
Pretty strong.
See?
Yeah. So 3 advantage. You don't actually connect, but something really good.
Oh, I didn't get a success.
Yeah.
You could disarm them though, probably.
Yeah, take away
Knock
their
them
little-
back with
their
that
little
Or you could move them around the battlefield. You
Tie
can
'em
make
up.
all kinds of different weird things. You can't actually damage them, but you can knock them
That
out.
was like an
Can
Aaron
he restrain
Judge
them?
size swing.
Can he
and,
throw him out of the room?
And the momentum of it, because I missed. It was-
They're all over him, by the way. They're just like.
So what I'm saying is, I really swung for the fences. I missed, but just the air that was created by that swing and the size of these little boys and girls, you sounded like De Niro, but
Jawas can be girls too, right? Yeah.
they all just got swept into the corner. Like it looks like a funny little. What is the aliens from Toy Story? They're all just stacked.
Can he restrain them?
I have a question.
For 3, if you wanted to choose one, he could. But he wants to knock both of these off you, is
Got it.
basically what
Yeah.
he's saying.
I have a question. I still have 2 stun grenades left. If I get everybody else out of the room and I hit them with stun grenades, if they're all in one little pile.
Well, right now, what he's saying, he's knocking them in the corner.
Just trying to make it
So-
easy.
Oh, in that
He-
corner.
she-
I
they
thought you
were-
were knocking it all the way over the other side.
They were
So
all over Mathis, who's right
Right.
here. They were on top of him, so he just swung.
Like they're
You
gonna have to-
ducked.
I'm just trying to make it so they're attacking me and.
These guys jumped
easy to
back.
kill.
This round thing is the hyperdrive, and now they're in the corner. So you just cleared them off Mathis. Like,
Yeah.
you're all clear, kid. Now fix that hyperdrive and go home. Okay, who else has to go before Jawas go?
take care.
How many people
you're
went?
in the
One,
room.
two,
I'm in
Two
the
have
room.
gone.
two gone.
We have one more move.
Yeah, I'm in the room. I think I gotta knock this guy down.
Yeah.
We gotta get him out of the way.
Yeah.
Handle your biz.
So, yeah, but we still have people in the room, so the stun grenade would affect.
What's the radius of the stun?
Last me, you can give him
The
a
radius of the stun grenade is like actually pretty tight.
It is. So
tight.
if you, because
So
if
if I
you
roll it
threw
in-
it in the corner
behind him?
behind him, it would blast him, but not affect Mathis.
It would not affect. Yeah, if you got a good enough roll, I'd say you could drop it. Where it
Okay,
wouldn't
I'm gonna
affect
use
him.
my curling skills, and I'm gonna roll that grenade
All right.
and shield my little friends. at
All
the
right,
same
dude.
time.
Do it. What's your ranged light? It's 2 green.
Yes, 2 green.
Okay, and that's short range. And that's okay. Here we go.
Oh,
2 advantage. All right. So here's what happens. You toss the grenade. Now you can do. Now I'll wait for something here. As you toss the grenade, it goes, and then you look along all of these lights, and they start going tick 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 tick. They start like depowering. The lights start coming down, and then this electricity starts playing across the engines. And you're like, oh, I just detonated an electrical grenade in the back of an engine compartment. Oh no, Freddie, you're like,
What happened?
like, oh no, oh god, and you're like trying to get to the comets. You're like, and the comet's like kind of just arcs in front of you. You're like, come on. You do have 2 advantage, so you can try to get this thing back online.
I want to get it back.
Oh my! So you charge the back of the engines, and you start trying to get it back online. Immediately, half of them come back online. Your engines jump again, and you start moving. So, yeah.
Thanks.
Be careful. Be careful with weapons fire.
I didn't think it would affect electronics. I thought we said that was immune. I thought it only hurt life forms.
The systems came right back online, so you didn't actually damage it.
Okay.
But it does
shorted
do
for a
some
second.
stuff
Okay.
to non-organic components.
All right.
If it was a real grenade, you would have really messed up the ship.
Okay, I know some.
This is temporary. It's coming right back.
Okay, I know
So-
some things. That's not one of the things I knew.
That's right.
Okay.
We lose Taylor at 5.
All right, we what's almost are we new round? The Jawas go, right? What time is it
Jawas
right now?
kill everyone and.
Sorry.
They
guys.
take
No, we got this. We got this.
Don't worry, bud.
Power gaming. So,
Running late.
really quick, guys. Jawas are going to attack. And with 41 Vex, nothing at all. And these 2 guys get up out of the corner. They try to attack you. Let's just see what they
themselves
get.
off.
They dust themselves off.
You bastard Wookiee.
Attack the Wookiee. Uh-oh.
You telling me they hurt my Wook?
No, they didn't hit, though, because they got 2...
Got a triumph though.
They did get a triumph.
did-
So they knocked you on your they just like
No
you fall
way.
over, but you don't get damaged.
Okay.
So they knocked you off. You're like, what the hell? Now
Clumsy ass Wookiee.
there is a De Niro Jawa going, yo, you son of a, you dirty Wookiee, and he starts kind of trying to ground and pound you, but it's not doing anything.
Grounded pound.
That's so funny.
And these 2 TIE fighters are now hot on your tail. This guy's trailing behind. They're going to take an attack. Hold on a second. Okay.
Dang fool.
8 damage. So with your armor, it's 5 hull points. So these TIE fighters are coming back. Your ship is now shaking.
Okay, Tracy needs to help, I think.
Tracy needs to get back there.
Yeah, don't you think?
Well, there's Jawa still in there that we gotta deal with, but yeah.
It is
they're not gonna be
unbelievable. These
paying
Jawas are
You're right.
hijacking the ship.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Tracy comes and tries to electroshock the Jawa on top of you.
Great.
Nice, Tracy.
Thanks, Tracy.
Come on, Chase.
She's always looking out
She's
for you.
sending it
She
with a
does.
powerful email.
Oh, is your triumph?
Boom. Oh,
Okay.
wow. That's what we've been waiting for.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, never mind. I keep getting the symbols wrong.
Yeah. So
Freaking
Tracy
Virgo,
comes and
where
goes and starts engaging the Jawa
Yeah.
with you. New round. New round. Someone goes first.
All right, I will fly us. I want to take evasive maneuvers against the TIE fighters.
By the way, really quick, do we want to? Are we going to continue after Taylor leaves, or do we want to
I don't
finish
think
up?
we can.
We can't.
I don't think we
No,
can.
Yeah.
let's have another
He's a
episode.
Wookiee.
Yeah.
Or we have another one.
Yeah.
And surely do another episode.
I did not mean to do that.
And as you can see, it's
Allocated
it's
nothing.
hot in here.
I
guys.
actually,
Yeah.
It is
I
hot.
need to leave. shortly thereafter anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going
Well,
to see.
let's call it at the end of that round. That
We're
round
going to
just
see
ended.
Infinity War. Yes.
Let's
Okay,
call it.
so here's the
We'll come back and
cliffhanger.
finish
Oh,
our
I feel
space
bad.
battle. No, we were
No,
supposed
no,
to be
this
done
is
an
good.
hour
No, you
ago,
should do that.
Cliffhanger.
Song of the Purgles.
Guys, you have the song?
The song of the Purgles.
So
right
Whoopi,
here.
you've got this De Niro-ass Jawa on top of you, MMA pounding you.
Yes.
Tracy's
coming
trying
in
to
for
get
the
him off.
save. She's
You're
like the
trying to
ref.
repair the hyperdrive. You're 2 rounds away from getting the hyperdrive repaired.
Okay.
Oh,
You're flying into the commentary field. You just fixed up the engines from the grenade drop, and you were in the gun bay with 2 TIE fighters and a 3rd on your back. And you look on the scanners, and you see an Imperial light cruiser coming out from behind that wreck.
Okay.
It's also our.
So we'll have a true space finale.
Yes.
Yes.
And the Imperial light cruiser, those are those like smaller Star Destroyers, not the main
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
Star Destroyers, like
Yeah.
the smaller
Yeah.
triangular ships.
I think we actually beat one.
I didn't see that episode, so
Okay, so this will be a good stopping point. We'll have epic space battle in the next one.
Yes.
And we can finish with like a commentary on how the whole thing went, because that one won't last 2 hours. No way.
perfect.
Great.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Great.
That was amazing.
thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yay, everybody.
Good work, guys.
Thank you.
Guys, just stay alive for one more episode.
No matter what occurs, stay alive.
Kind of baller, Vanessa, that you didn't even bother to fight the Jawas.
Spoke too
You're like,
soon.
I know, you're
It's
like,
not the finale. We got one more, so see you next time.